welcome back to Tuesday night Skies of Ardathas, our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition stream. We took a week off, as you may have noticed, and it's good to be back. Tonight, we're playing our 8th session of the campaign. When last we left our heroes, we started session 7 with the second half of the fight at the Sun Temple, which was it pitted our PCs against a Medusa, and they succeeded in that fight. They were able to reverse the petrification that had befallen Celeste Illyria, and then had a nice long discussion with her regarding the circumstances that led up to her petrification, what was going on with the rest of the Order of the Seven, and all of that sort of thing. From there, the PCs decided to chart where they were going beyond that, and decided to head back to Stag Hollow, buy a new boat, their own boat, and take that down toward Greensward, where they would then continue down the river towards what a recently discovered, for them, another ruined temple of Amkagor, this one of one of the moons, one of the two moons of Ardathas. And they did that. They went back to Stag Hollow. They sent Lady Celeste along with another person to pilot their boat back to North Haven, to their original boat, to where it belongs. Celeste was then going to Rockwing to consider her next course of action. And then they sailed down to Greensward, where instead of going into town, they approached town, and then they saw that Celsia, there were wanted posters up essentially for Celsia, for the return of...
Not wanted, yeah.
Well, it's wanted, just not for incarceration.
Yeah.
For one Violet Starling for the sum of 500 gold.
Would you like an Oreo?
And at Violet/Celsia's behest, they avoided Greensward and instead just continued to sail through the night. And they went down along the river, where they came across a strange, bizarre corpse of an aberration of some sort. It was long, eel/snake/shark-like, and it had crimson spines all along its length. And they were able to determine that, like I said, it was an aberration. And Squall was fairly confident that it did not live in that river. This river was not its natural home. It somehow found its way here from some other source. And also that it died by bursting open, essentially. And so they seized the opportunity, I should say, Irynyx seized the opportunity to harvest its eyes, correct? Is that what you grabbed? I know you're between the heart and the eyes. I think you landed on the eyes at the end.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll all be surprised when we see what it is. But I do think it is the creature's eyes. From there, they continued sailing south until they reached the ruins of the temple to Eklim, the moon temple that they saw. And that was where we ended. So for starters, when we pick up tonight, we're actually going to rewind a little bit. We're doing a minor flashback to just outside of Greensward when the party was sailing away from town. Case, do you want to tell us what Irynyx is doing?
What?
No, you don't. This is what I mean. We can skip that scene. We had talked about.
You told me that you had something prepared for a while, so I figured that you would be explaining to us what it was.
Okay. Yes. It relies on you interacting with a certain item that we had discussed about.
All right. Yeah.
If you blow up my boat, you'll help me.
Well, unfortunately, sacrifices have to be made. But I don't know. I guess at some point in the trip down lake, downstream, downriver, while contemplating the the various magical loot that we had acquired, I was Irynyx was reminded of the trinket that she had won as a prize that day at the fair several weeks ago. Some long weeks ago, I guess. So she was going to pull it out and examine it, which was going to reveal
Yeah, so it's a small hand mirror that we already know, you already know, that you can cast mirror image, creating one duplicate from it once per day. But now that you're taking time to actually examine the mirror, you see that your reflection isn't entirely accurate. The Irynyx that you see lacks the prosthetic wing that you have, but it does have, or she does have, I should say, a satchel kind of hanging with across her chest. And that satchel has the symbol of the Steel Cliffs Artificers Guild etched or stitched into the front of it. And so that you would know that Steel Cliff, the Artificers Guild they're a pretty powerful guild, and they are known for having some pretty advanced tools that they give out to guild members. And you have never been a guild member. You've never actually probably seen one of those toolkits in person. And it's just from seeing that image on it that you understand what it is. But you don't have that. So that it's showing up in the reflection is a weird thing. And now, can you do me a favor and roll me a 6-sided die, please?
Sure.
In gaming parlance, we call that a D6.
Yeah, that's true.
Does it matter what's on the sides?
Okay.
Does it have to be 1 through 6?
Yeah, it does, because that's what I have in my notes here. So,
All right.
This side is D.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, this one's just a paw print, so.
So, where you're positioned on the boat, the helm is kind of over your shoulder, and so when you're looking at your reflection, you see, yourself, your quote unquote reflection, but you also catch a glimpse of Squall in your reflection. And this Squall looks very much the same as your Squall, as the one that's behind you, except for he has a patch eye.
This again.
I'll do a couple of double check.
The darkest timeline.
The darkest, yeah. And then after
a twirly mustache.
after noticing that, and also again noticing the differences in yourself, the reflection then clouds and becomes opaque. The mirror becomes opaque once again.
I will bring the mirror up and like we're taking a selfie to an Aussie to like hold the mirror to see if I can capture the reflection. Or I guess, yeah, you said he's at the helm. Yeah, just imagine Irynyx like leaning off of you, holding this mirror up, trying to capture something.
Make a selfie stick.
I could probably do that, or a mage hand holds it out.
Selfie.
Do you have you had you have always had 2 eyes, right?
What?
You've always had 2 eyes.
Hello,
You probably had more as the spider, but all right, I was just checking.
And despite your best efforts, the reflection does not return.
It doesn't come back. Yeah.
Nope. You get the sense, though, that were you to cast the spell from the mirror, that might alter the state of its reflective surface.
Well, I still have not actually activated it, and this does take place before a long rest, so sure, I'll activate this.
So Squall, you see a duplicate of Irynyx mimicking all of her movements suddenly phase into existence beside her. And yeah, Irynyx, the reflective surface returns. You see the version of yourself that you saw before, which most notably is not actually how you are currently. It's this version of you that has an uninjured wing and a bag from the Artificers Guild, and you see Squall with an eye patch, at the helm of your boat, much like he is now.
But the duplicate is identical.
The duplicate is identical to Irynyx, yes, on the boat.
That's the mirror image that's generated. The source in the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Yes.
Are you like showing this to anyone else? Like I probably off in another world. Like.
Yeah.
Something going over the lines.
Who else is on the deck? Either the upper deck or like the
Roll me another d6.
All right.
Isn't it a small boat?
A 2. Yeah, I'm surprised we have a helmsman station on like a.
It had a covered cabin.
Take a look at the donkey. Take a look at the donkey. The donkey.
Show the
other
person, the donkey, really?
The other person that is within the vicinity, and he may or may not be taking notice of this. I'll leave that up to Josh, but it's Tig. They may or may not be taking notice of this.
Yeah, so I go over and do the hang on cling thing and try and see as much in the reflection as I can.
Yeah, Tig definitely isn't paying attention.
Sure. Well, Irynyx, when you approach Tig and get their reflection, in the mirror, you see that Tig the reflection of Tig appears to be missing their left arm from the elbow down.
Is this what's going to happen to us? Because I'm not there's so much meaning.
I don't know that my wing is going to grow back.
I don't know.
Yeah. Never been to Steelcliff.
And Tig, I think it would be, especially if Irynyx is getting close to you and positioning in such a way as to capture as much of your. I'm sure if you want, Tig would very easily notice what's going on.
Yeah, it takes a little while, but eventually, yeah. What are you doing?
I don't know what this is.
Bad
It's
trip?
a me that is not me. A Squall that is not Squall. Does your arm come off?
Sometimes.
Not intentionally.
This could happen.
Usually, it's not exactly voluntary, but yeah.
If anyone else was up, I would run to whoever was closest, but it's probably not clock out.
Yeah, it would time out before you could.
Yeah. All right. Well,
you seem confused.
Sure. You're supposed to this prize was a random draw, so why would it have something like this? A very elaborate joke. And you're sure you've always had 2 arms, he's always had 2 eyes. I did have 2 wings.
Before this reflection would return to its normal unreflective state, you would notice. So like you and Tig are both looking at the reflections, and Tig, you have a moment where you're like, you look down at your arm, like in your arm, and you like feel it and check everything, and then you look back up at your reflection, and you see that your reflection has an arm from the elbow down. And it just slides it up and it like clinks into place and then rotates in and locks in. And that's happening right as the mirror mists over and becomes opaque again.
Huh.
Is that a feature?
The empty stein that he's been drinking from. I think that's about enough for tonight.
I think so too.
All right. With that, we'll get back to the current timeline, which is everybody leaving the boat and approaching, the ruined temple on the hillside. Again, this is an open plain. There's very few tree cover, around, and it's this slope upwards away from the river towards this ruined temple. And as you are, well, let me just. What are you guys doing as you're approaching it?
Walking towards the ruins.
Yeah, it's pretty clear here, right?
Yes.
The landscape. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's sort of hard to sneak up. So yes.
Celsia is hyping herself up like an actor in the wings, right? Like reciting lines and like talking to herself, like, okay, all right, unique New York.
All right. As you're approaching it, you see that the walls of this ruin are somewhat intact, but there's no upper level like there was in the previous one. Like I described last time, this one is it's more ruined than the Temple to the Sun, and so you can tell that at one point there probably was more of a structure rising above the hillside, but currently it looks like there's just walls of various heights, and then whatever is on the other side of those. But as you get to you get about 50 feet away from the ruined front door, and you hear a wolf howl from inside the ruin. And then shortly after that, a wolf, a very large wolf, a wolf the size of a horse, slowly lumbers out through that ruined door. And it has, jet black fur, and it has these large fangs, and its eyes are an amber red color, and it's staring directly at you all approaching the tower, and it stops in the doorway again about 50 feet from you. And it says, "Unless you want to be supper, you should turn around."
Fucking dog.
Fucking wolf. Does it look... Wait, so 2 questions, because I forgot. Sure. Is this temple... Did we figure out if this temple was dedicated to Eklim the Watcher or Thegris the Trickster?
You have no concrete evidence, but according to what you guys talked about last time, you believe this is to Eklim.
Right. Okay. So I'll... There's like a brief moment of like, oh my god, a talking wolf, right? Like that kind of like wonder and amazement. And then Celsia will kind of step forward and say, Hark, fair lupine, I am Celsia Luminaire Rose, and these are my traveling companions. We come seeking answers. Could you help us?
The wolf narrows its eyes, and it's like, "Answers? Oh, you came looking for that other guy. Well, I got bad news. He was supper yesterday."
Supper, as in you. Oh, right. I mean, but we were actually, and she just breaks character and like is and she like taps Squall. Help me out here.
Which person did you eat, Wolf?
A human. Wasn't very tasty, but it was enough for the few of us that were here. Had to send some others out for more food, though. They'll be back.
We mean you no harm, and we're not necessarily looking for a particular person. I mean, we sort of are, but it's complicated.
Well, I would suggest that this is our den, and that you leave it alone.
We just wish to explore the ruins, Wolf. If you give us, allow us to explore the ruins, we will help you get some food. That's not us.
Food first. If you want in, you gotta.
Yes.
We're all thinking it, right?
Yeah, it's true. Like, I agree.
Irynyx looks around, but everyone wants to know.
Let's see. Irynyx is you're proficient in nature.
Yeah.
You recognize that this isn't a wolf. This is a warg. So large, intelligent, evil wolf.
Okay.
And it's speaking in common?
It is.
Apparently.
We should probably ask what kind of food it wants.
Who did you
I guess
eat?
it's meat.
You ask who he ate?
I think we all kind of asked different things at the same time.
I think we asked I asked who I don't think they got their resume.
I don't know.
Maybe he had an organ donor card.
I've got like 30 days of 26 days of rations. 23 days, sorry. I will start unpacking some rations.
It's watching you the whole time. Doesn't approach. How many do you unpack?
How many of you are there?
And it's like 6. But I count for 2.
Clearly.
Is it telling the truth? Is he telling the truth?
I'll take an insight check.
Oh God.
Sure. See how what my warg radar is like. Not great.
Ian,
that's a 1.
You
That's a
start every
natural
session
1.
with a 1.
Gotta get out of the way early. Gotta get out of the way early.
Zephyr doesn't know.
Look, high numbers are too interesting. Or too not interesting enough. It's the low number. You want to keep all the rolls low.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll count out 7 lots of rations.
Okay. And you get those out and then you stand up.
I will start approaching very slowly towards the wog.
Okay.
Does it hold its club over its head?
So you all are at the top center of this map. As you're approaching with those 7 days worth of rations, the warg's like, well, that might be enough food for 6 of creatures your size. But that's not going to feed all of us for even a day. We need more than that.
How far away was the eel, the big eel shark?
From where you are currently?
Carcass? Yeah.
That was almost a day, I think. Almost a day by boat.
Oh, a whole day of travel. Okay.
Yeah, just about.
I don't know if wargs are pescatarians, though.
Probably never is.
This is just the first course, Wolf.
Is that deception, Dave?
No?
Okay.
Oh.
Didn't know if I needed to call for a roll or not. Well, I'll take a persuasion check then.
Son of a... Fuck.
And it's like, put those down. and take out twice as much. Then you can look in this place.
Tig pulls out his rations, which is 6 days worth.
Hmm.
Okay, then I'll.
I don't have a need for them.
Okay. Just checking the warg stat block.
The caloric intake.
Yeah,
Yep,
seeing how
exactly.
much they require. Yeah. All right. So we have Squall's and Tig's rations. And the warg kind of looks all that over and it's like, okay, you may approach.
While this is happening, can I like scan surrounding bushes area to see if I see any other
Yeah, I'll take a perception check.
wargs hiding? Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
Jeez.
That's another 7.
That's
It's a 1 and a 3 today.
Starting off strong.
So Squall gets closer and the warg's like, okay, drop them there. And when we've eaten, you can get in.
That wasn't the agreement, Wolf. You're testing my patience. I can argue with a wolf. I can not argue with the NPCs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this doesn't count.
Fair game.
And it's like, do you want in or not?
We have been very reasonable, Wolf. We appreciate this is your territory and merely wish to look and explore the ruins. You're getting what you want.
Then
Allow us what we want.
What's your name?
Squall?
So he can stop calling you just warg.
And it's like, my name? No one's ever cared to ask, what game is this? Just give me the food.
Just trying to be polite.
I'll just like rip off a piece of jerky and throw it at him.
He catches it. Very dog-like.
Good boy!
Do you say that?
Yep.
Oh, gee.
And it's like, and he's just like, he chews it, just glaring at Squall the whole time. And as you all are approaching, you hear the sounds of more approaching from back the direction you came from. And another
Like
one
Packs home.
slinks out from behind the other ruined building. And he's chewing on the jerky. And he's like, drop the food.
Celsia kind of backs up into Tig, right? Because she's like right there. And like hand on the hilt of her sword and is like, there's a few more of them.
Tig just kind of puts his hand on her shoulder. All right. And he puts down the rations.
The wargs in the back kind of look to this one for direction, and when he sees Tig put the rations down, he nods. These two in the back are going to rush up aggressively to get at those rations.
Oh gosh.
And so they run up, split up, go around either side of that little group there of Celsia, Irynyx, Aerashka, and Tig, and immediately start scooping up all these rations and pulling them back towards this direction.
So hungry.
And then the big one moves out of the way. He's like, very well. If you want to see, you've got until my patience runs out.
No funny business.
Just gonna fucking flame strike the wall.
Do you get tired or bored easily? I mean, can you narrow it down a little bit?
When we're finished with the food.
If you betray your promise, Wolf, the food will turn to poison in your innards and kill you within the week. Do not test my patience. Now I'll roll deception. Son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
do it. I honestly wasn't gonna make you roll deception because I don't know what the druid spell list is like and if that's something you can do.
No, it isn't.
But okay. I appreciate the honesty. They laugh, and the lead warg is like, "You have until we're done."
What the fuck is this?
Squall, as you approach the door, the doorway leading into the ruin, you see another warg, and you see a beast with wings, a spiny tail, and a lion / almost humanoid face.
Oh god.
This is a manticore. And Squall, you would know that because you are proficient in nature.
Subscribe to Manticores Weekly.
But this warg is going to rush out the door towards the food. And the manticore is going to fly up and over and land. And when it lands, you see the other wargs, they're starting to fight like wild dogs over the food. But when the manticore lands on the south side of them there, the alpha backs the rest of them away and bites and nips at them and barks and all that and lets the manticore get in and pick out what it wants.
I'll gesture at everybody to move in quickly.
Okay. As I pass the main warg, the one that's been talking, I just kind of give it a look and I say, "Eat slowly," and I just keep going.
All right.
How
so
high
the
is
ruin
this wall?
in
Is
here,
it like one story?
it's just shy of one story. You're probably at some points it's probably up to maybe 10 or 12 feet at its height, and at other points it's as low as 6 feet.
So do I think only the manticore could get over apart from here and the doorway?
You're probably pretty sure that the wargs would be able to leap over it if they needed to. They're big enough. Yeah. But this ruin looks very much like the ruin to the Sun Temple that you guys saw up in the mountains. There are statues of humanoids, much like you saw again on the 4 points of the compass, essentially. Some of them are more ruined than others, but they all look pretty weathered and worn. They're not in great shape, but they are holding amulets or sigils that show a downward pointing crescent moon. The floor is marked with downward pointing crescent moon iconography, as you can see, and then there is a pedestal, much like you saw at the Sun Temple. It has that dome that's covered in dust. However, this dome, you see, it's broken, and you can see the remains of the mosaic inside, but the mosaic has been smashed, and there's not all of the pieces in that pedestal.
And these are stairs going down or
They
to
go
nowhere?
up, but they don't lead anywhere. They lead to open sky at this point.
So there's no bottom floor like there was in the last one. It's just
Not that you can tell. Nope.
Okay.
I guess we'll quick search around this pedestal, see if there's anything interesting there.
Okay.
Like a mechanism.
Okay.
Because there was one on the previous one, I think, right? Yeah.
That is true.
I want to look for remains of the
Meal.
their supper. Yeah.
Sure. I'll take investigation from both of you. All right.
Okay.
That's a good thing. Excuse me.
Oh, good. 6. That's good, right? 6 is good.
6 is good. It's not as good as Zephyr's 7's.
Yeah.
Or
Irynyx is 26. That's good.
Irynyx, what were you? Were you looking for remains?
Pedestal was a mechanism the last time. So.
Yep. So the sides of the pedestal are almost like slots carved into it, much like at the Sun Temple, where items could be inserted. But you do find between two of those slots, you do find a button that is carved and covered in such a way as to resemble the rest of the pedestal. Zephyr. I don't know what you were looking for, but you didn't find it.
Hope it doesn't even matter anymore.
We're all inside.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, push the button.
Okay. You push the button and you immediately hear the sound of stone rumbling and grinding beneath your feet. And the pedestal lowers into the floor in that section there. And Aerashka, you're going to have to back up a step as the floor begins to open up in a circular pattern and reveal a set of stairs going down.
Oh, there we go. Do any of the wargs react to that, or are they too busy eating?
At the sound of that,
oh god,
the wargs are all too busy eating.
Okay.
But you see the manticore fly up and perch on the wall and peer down at you all. And it's looking down and it's like, I think your time is up.
I still hear the sounds of eating.
I throw another day's worth of rations out the door.
If there's any more food down there, I'll bring it up for you.
I'm going to roll a wisdom saving throw for the manticore.
Oh boy.
For the rations. So it looks like it's ready to, it's like hunching down and its wings are up and it's trying to look very intimidating. It's raising its tail with all those spines sticking out of it. And then Squall throws a day's rations outside the door and it watches that go and then jumps down to the floor and then scurries out after it.
Mm-hmm.
I turn to the rest of the group and I say, we are not, they're going to be done eating by the time we get out of here. Can we close this up on our way in or something?
Don't want to be trapped down there ourselves.
Well, yeah, but something. Barricade it. Spike growth.
That's what I'm thinking about.
I don't think they'll fit very easily down there.
Well, let's
They'd have to squeeze.
That's true. Okay, let's just go then.
Yeah,
Quickly, while we have the chance.
Okay, I'll move you all to the underground map.
Hustle, 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 hustle.
The subterranean level of this temple looks very similar to the one that you were at, the Sun Temple up in the mountains. There are some notable differences, though. You get the sense that the exterior of the Sun Temple was in better condition overall than the exterior of this temple. However, the interior of this temple is in much better condition than the interior of the other one. You get the sense that creatures were moving in and out of the Sun Temple a lot, in and out of that subterranean area. Whereas this one, you get the sense that you're probably the first ones down here in a very long time. There are 4 suits of armor that are standing up along the west and east walls. There are 4 pillars that hold up the ceiling 15 feet above your head. There are carvings along the walls, pictures, and some script as well, written in a language that in an alphabet that none of you recognize. There are 3 doors heading east, west, and south, and then there is an open hallway leading north into a large room that the most prominent feature that you can see in that room is a large crystal statue of a humanoid that looks to be half man, half bull.
Cool.
Interesting.
You mentioned the suits of armor. Are they decoratively hung, or does it look like, I don't know, they're gonna kill us?
Why don't you roll me an investigation check?
It stabs you.
You're not sure what is holding this armor up.
I don't like that.
This looks weird, guys. But it's not reacting right now.
Weird how?
Normally, suits of armor have like an inner component which keeps them upright. These do not have that.
I just walk over to that one and I flip the visor open.
You see exactly what you expect to see, which is an empty interior. But much like Aerashka said, you don't see any stand or anything inside that's holding this suit of armor together.
Is there like a rune in the back of the collar?
No, there is not.
That is strange. I start to back up slowly. Have I heard any tales about creatures like the statue, like half man, half bull, that kind of thing?
I don't. Well, roll me a history check.
Okay. 15.
I would say that you may have heard a story or two about creatures called Minotaur. That they're mythical stories. They're not about a creature that, like, it's not even not even like the Medusa. Like, this is something that no one that you know has ever seen before in living, like in life.
Yeah. So I flick on my light that Irynyx gave me, and I walk over next to her. I look up at it. I've heard myths, fables of creatures such as this, minotaurs, but I've never seen anything like this before.
They get smited, like the last place.
They're just stories. Well, even more so than the ones that I'm used to telling.
That's
But this looks real.
I'm going to handle these messages in chat in the order in which they were given. So, Irynyx, what are you investigating?
Looking for script on the coffins or anything. Sarcophagi.
Okay. There's no script on the sarcophagi, but they are carved with images and iconography that all depict moons in various phases.
Like more than two, or the two moons?
Well, all of these sarcophagi, like one of them has a full moon, and then there's two of them. Whenever a crescent shows up, because there's three of them that are crescents of various sizes, all those crescents are pointing down. But it's very obvious that each sarcophagi is showing a moon in a different phase.
Yeah.
And anything on these stands?
Those look like altars, and there's nothing on them currently, but you get the sense that maybe at some point, like candles or offerings or something like that would have been placed there. Aerashka, the most notable of the carvings on the walls that you see depicts a featureless humanoid that is wearing an amulet of a downward pointing crescent moon. And they're standing with their hands up in the air, and they're flanked by kneeling humanoids. And then written in an arc above that carving is probably the most well-preserved script out of the whole temple. And I will show you what that looks like. I'm just going to move. I'll just move everyone there because it's something that everybody could see.
Oh, gosh.
It's not written in that. It's written in like an arc. But I made use of the space that I had. Zephyr, you are not picking up any undead.
Cool.
Can anybody read that?
No.
It
looks like a normal language, though. We just don't know the translation.
If I have time with it, I could prep comprehend language, but I don't have it now.
Can you ritual cast it?
Well, no, like I would get it through Lorehold Primer, which is a long rest thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you pick it every day.
Gotcha.
And,
Yeah, I don't think we want to sleep in here.
no, it doesn't seem like a good
not, yeah, ideally, yeah.
In any case, I'll copy it down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it is.
Where in the room is that?
That's written on the walls. It would be on the northwest wall of the central chamber that you all came in through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'll get you a copy of that, Justin, shortly. I'm going to move us back to the original map here.
Thank you.
No?
Doesn't matter.
I was reading.
I posted a screenshot of it in
Where are you?
our Discord.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yay. I'm checking out the statue a little closer.
Okay. It appears to be made of solid crystal, semi-translucent, and it has a light blue color to it, highly reflective of the light source that you have, and very, very finely crafted. There's a lot of detail and a lot of care that went into this design.
Irynyx, you make things. Who could have made something this detailed?
If anything I make is metal. No, a crystal from a...
Granted, but
I don't know. Finish the simile.
Mm.
I don't know. Poke it, I guess.
Your finger presses up against the crystal surface and it doesn't give, and there's no response.
Squall, do you see a mechanism to close the door?
Do I?
Yeah, at the top of the stairs, on the inside wall just below, about 5 feet below the opening, you would see a button on the wall, a plate, just like you saw on the pedestal itself. This one's much more noticeable, though. It's carved to be easily seen, so you could close the entryway.
I will do that.
Okay. There's the grinding of stone on stone as the ceiling seals above your heads. And as that's happening, as the window of sky is growing smaller and smaller, you hear the sounds of the manticore. You see it fly over and it comes down and it just goes to try and get its paw in right as it seals up.
I flip it the bird as it seals up.
Is it actually holding it open?
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
The entryway sealed before it could get its paw in there.
So
Okay.
this is flipping the bird. What's flipping the man? You flip the manticore. That's like, it's like you do this. So it's like
Flipping the
that's
manticore is
tail,
exactly
and then,
the same as
kind of
flipping
like
the bird,
draw
except-
like a lion face, like right here. That's like the mane around your wrist,
No, it's,
and then that's like the
no,
tail.
it's exactly the same as flipping the bird, except you do finger guns when you're finished and blow the smoke away.
Was that you?
Yep.
Why did you...
Wow, they are hungry.
They're going to attack us anyway.
Are these chests? Chests?
Those chests are chests. Yes, indeed. There
I
are two
will-
chests in that room.
I would like to examine the chests.
Okay, I'll take an investigation check.
I will roll it. 19.
Nice.
Despite the token on this map being made of wood, these look very much like the chests that you found previously in the other ruin. They are stone. Other than some, flourishing iconography carved around their sides, you don't see anything that would lead you to believe that it is trapped or even locked in any way. It looks like the lid is just sitting flush down on the bottom.
I will open it.
All right, I'll take initiative. As you all hear the sound of stone cracking as this crystal minotaur begins to animate, lifting up its great axe and turning its head towards Celsia.
I had no
Got
idea.
a great axe.
And
Cool.
also,
I thought I legit Until the turn order thing popped up, I thought you were joking. Like,
Oh, nope.
like I'll take initiative, and I'm like, ha ha ha, what's in the chest? It's like,
And also,
oh,
the suits of armor go from
oh, for
their
fuck's sake!
standing position and
Right. Who just
ready.
did
They don't-
this?
They're not carrying weapons though. They're just
Importantly,
unarmed with their metal gauntlet.
no one else was in the room with me, and Irynyx had walked away.
We
So
did, we did leave her unsupervised. This is on
Yeah.
us.
no one saw me open the chest.
Mm.
Okay.
None of the
Mhm.
players did. Correct. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, also, Celsia is the worst liar out of all of us. So
Correct. All right. So I need to roll initiative for these guys. Oh, nice. Then we'll do him.
that 3 pretty well represents my mindset. Yeah.
Oh, let's get the Medusa off of there. She's not here anymore. And we
I
have
was about
doubles.
to
Oh, I
ask.
didn't clear this from last time.
Yes.
So all
So
of these
Squall
rolls are
is
invalid, and we all need to roll it.
No. Squall is 15. Zephyr, you rolled twice.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It should be the 12. I'll fix
Okay.
it. Okay.
Aerashka should be 8, so the 16 Aerashka's gone. Tig, 13. Let's get rid of Celeste. Irynyx, 9. Okay. I think that's everybody. Let's just store it and see what we've got.
Oopsie.
Squall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
You
7,
demon.
8. We have a 4 on here, which is gone. All right. I think that's it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we're still over. Who do we have doubles of now?
Is there another one of me by any
There's
chance?
2 Tigs on here. I'll get rid of the Tig. Aerashka.
I only see one.
Yeah, I only see one.
Oh, it's Celsia that I got to get rid of. There we go. Okay. I can see, that's the thing, is that I can see all of them, but you guys can only see what's on your map.
That's on the map. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the player tokens from previously were all right. So Squall, you're up first, and you see the armor begin to animate, and you can see the big crystal minotaur lift its axe, and you can see that it is focused at someone around the corner. You would surmise as Celsia because that's the only character you can't see right.
Well, shit.
I'm glad we closed the door.
Oh yeah, we could make the things fight each other.
When it Entangle says a 20-foot square, does that mean just 4 squares?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
4 to a side.
Yeah.
I go
Not
back
so-
up and cast Entangle, like here, to get these 2.
Okay. All right, and that's a strength save, DC 14. We'll start with the north one. The north one succeeded, the south one failed.
So the south one is restrained,
All right.
and the area is difficult terrain.
Okay. So these vines stretch up through the stone and entwine that southernmost animated armor. Anything else from you?
No.
Okay. Then it's the animated armor's turn. Well, I think they're all going to close on Squall.
What?
Tig, you can make an attack of opportunity if you want from that one.
I definitely will.
Okay. $11 unfortunately misses, but now it doesn't. Once you swing at it, no, it's going to stay with Squall, but then this southern one's going to come up to you,
Mm.
and then these guys are on difficult terrain. So what's their movement? Okay, so it's half that. Gets to there, and that guy can't move because he's restrained. Does he make a save on his turn, end of his turn? Or is it like an action?
Uses action to make a strength check against the spell save DC. If it succeeds, it frees itself.
Okay, all right. So it's action. As it tries to free itself, it did free itself. But it's still on difficult terrain, and it doesn't have its action now. 5, 10. So it gets to there. Okay, so Squall is going to be taking 6 attacks,
Oh,
and Tig is going to be taking
God.
2. I'm sorry, 4, because one of them used its action to free itself. So 4 attacks and 2 attacks to Tig. We'll start with Tig.
Okay.
AC 17 still?
Yep.
Okay, the first one's a crit for a massive 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then the second one is a regular hit for 6 bludgeoning damage. And now Squall. 1 hit, 1 miss off the first one for 5 bludgeoning damage. And your AC is still 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, same thing with the second one. 1 hit, 1 miss for 6 bludgeoning. Tig, you're up.
2 concentration checks.
Oh, sure.
Failed.
Okay. So the vines dissipate. All right, Tig.
Okay. Give you 2 guesses what my first thing I'm going to do is.
Hell
Okay. So,
Do the help action? Is that what it was?
yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Was I wrong?
Ready an object interaction.
I'm moving there and swing at this guy.
Okay. Ooh. What are we at currently for inspiration,
1.
Dave? Okay.
Do we get one each, like at the top of each session, or
No.
no?
Nope. However,
Oh,
I will award one for the RP scene that we had at the beginning of the session.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
that was
I'll
cool.
go ahead and use that.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you can just keep it at 1, Dave.
Yay.
There we go.
Hey, that hits.
Okay. And it's 11 plus 2, 13 plus 6, so 19 damage.
It's bloodied.
Mm.
It's very well dented.
It's dented.
That's it for me.
All right, we'll do Zephyr's turn and then we'll take our break. And we'll be back after that. So Zephyr, go ahead.
Okay. Zephyr sees the armor moving when they first start moving and is like, and casts spiritual weapon. So Irynyx blade comes out. Oldie but a goodie.
Where do you want it?
Oh, yeah, like right there, probably.
Okay.
It's fine. 13 to hit, unfortunately.
13 misses.
Yeah. Cool. I can still toll the dead though. I'll do it on the one that's hurt.
Nice. That's a wisdom save, right?
Yes. DC 14.
It failed.
9 damage.
So it takes the 9 necrotic damage. Still standing, but still bloodied.
Okay. I will step up to this one, so they don't just go to Pound Town on Squall. I'll go right there.
All right. Okay, and then we'll take our break, and when we get back in 15-ish minutes, it'll be Irynyx's turn. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to resume our combat here with Irynyx.
Oh yeah. Okay, I should have figured out what to do. Interesting. Okay. I guess so. She'll be somewhat comforted by Zephyr moving to engage, and sees, has this thing moved or done anything at the other end of the hall?
The
The
Minotaur?
Minotaur? Yeah.
It has hoisted up a crystal great axe and looks to be bearing down on Celsia.
Oh, not again. Okay.
Sorry, looks to be bullying down on Celsia.
Yeah. Let's load a shell and launch it at it. So first things first, cannon attack. 12 we rolled tonight.
12 is a miss.
Wow, and that big thing? All right. Okay. And bonus action is just prepping the spell for when it hits. So.
Okay. All right, Aerashka.
Here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to shove Squall one to the north.
Oh.
Ah.
And then I'm going to drop a fairy fire.
So I'm okay not making Squall roll a strength save.
He
He doesn't have to. It's even in the thing.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
let me just make sure that this works the way I want it to. Oh, it is a 20-foot cube, though. God darn it! Just shy by one.
I mean, couldn't draw it so that it was like. Wow.
Okay, never mind. I'm not doing the thing
because okay.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be super. I don't know about the lovely thing back here. So instead, I will.
I did turn around right next to you and start shooting at something.
Oh, you did?
I was shooting at the Minotaur.
Okay, then I'll fairy fire that thing.
Okay.
You're gonna fairy fire the Minotaur?
Minotaur, yeah.
The Minotaur?
Apparently.
All right. And that is a Dex save. DC 14. It failed.
Yay!
So it is enveloped in a pinkish glow.
Mm-hmm.
Probably looks super cool reflecting off of its crystal surface.
Mm.
Cool. I did that, and yeah, I guess I'll move there.
Okay. All right, the Minotaur is going to close the distance.
Hold on.
Lumbering.
Sorry. I'm keeping where I was. I wasn't moving.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. Well, then it won't go towards you. It'll go towards Celsia.
Mm-hmm.
Lumbering on large crystal feet. It's going to swing with its great axe at Celsia, and your new AC is 19?
19, but given like the situation, I would say I don't have my shield currently up.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So 16.
16. Great axe swing. Oh, wow, that's 16 or more. But it's not that bad. It's 6 slashing damage from its crystal great axe.
So basically, yeah, so like she hears it moving, like, you know, the sounds of battle erupt around her. She turns around and she just blurts out like, "Oh shit!" And then she's like, "I mean, I am Celsia. Oh gosh!" And then gets attacked.
And then it's going to follow up after swinging. It swings down with his axe, and then it's going to rush forward with its horns.
Oh gosh!
But this misses.
Okay. I just like I imagine it like almost slams me into the wall, and it's got the horns, and I'm like grabbing them, like.
But then it's your turn, Celsia.
Oh, good. Don't give me a chance to eat or anything.
I will do my best not to.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so I kind of like push it off, like get my shield and my sword to bear, and I will. This thing's big, right? It's large.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll just attack it.
You do have
Like you
advantage.
do.
So.
I do. 22.
22 hits.
Thank you, advantage. So that is going to be 9 damage.
Okay.
I can set it so that it doesn't even show that.
So your sword cuts into the crystal Minotaur, and shards of crystal are flung back in your direction.
Ooh.
And you take 8 piercing.
8?
That uses its reaction.
Okay. Ow.
I will make that clear at least.
She like brings up her shield, like, but not in time, and like a bunch of them like stab into her, and she's like, oh, and but she almost instinctively will kind of shove forward with her shield and try to knock it backwards or prone or something. So athletics 21.
Wow, you succeeded.
Okay, I will knock it to the ground.
All right. It clatters backwards.
And then, by the way, was there anything in the chest? Like, I'm not rooting through it right now, but I did get a glimpse, I'm sure.
You saw some coins, but that was all you had time to notice before
Great,
you had
coins!
an axe
Okay.
bearing down on you.
All of this for some coins. Thanks, Celsia.
Then I'm gonna back up to about here so that I'm blocking the entrance to this.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm like, guys, and then I turn around and I see the suits of armor, and I'm like, oh no.
All right, Squall.
I'm going to cast the flaming sphere in this space. No, I'll put it here.
Oh, are you up by the Minotaur?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. DC 14 Dex save.
I don't think it does it now. Ends its turn within 5 foot.
Oh, okay.
If I bonus action to ram it, but I want to use my bonus action to Misty Step to here.
Okay.
That's 2 leveled spells.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, man.
Then so before I cast that, I'll move to here and take, was it 2 attacks of opportunity?
Yep.
Oof.
Slam, slam. 1 hit, 1 miss. For another 6 bludgeoning.
I am bloodied, and then I will cast Flaming Sphere.
Okay.
And then I guess I might as well move here. It's me.
Are you going to bonus action ram the sphere or no? Since you're not Misty Stepping?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
Then it makes
Prone.
a save throw, it takes 2d6.
Yep. I was just seeing if prone did anything for dex save. It does not. So it makes a normal dex save. No, but it failed. So it takes
Oof.
6 fire. All right. Okay. The armor. We're gonna do 4 swings at Tig and 4 at Zephyr. So we'll do Tig. Tig first. That's 1 hit, 1 miss on Tig for 3 bludgeoning. And then next 2 attacks. 2 misses. So now against Zephyr. Oh god, both hit from the first one. For 3 bludgeoning and then 5 bludgeoning. So that's 1 animated armor doing that. And then the next 2 attacks, 1 hit, 1 miss for, ooh, there we go, 8 bludgeoning. The sound of metal creaking and screeching and then clattering together as they slam into you guys. But that's their turn. So now it is Tig.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to reckless attack on this one next to me,
Okay.
and okay.
22 hits.
So 13 plus 2, 15 plus 8. So 23.
That was against the bloodied one, right?
Yep.
It goes down.
Thank you, Tig.
Uh-huh. And then I turn around and stare at the other one behind me with my glowing red eyes and wicked looking smile on my face.
Can metal feel fear?
All right, Zephyr.
Okay, let's start off with the spiritual weapon attacking the one right in front of me.
Okay.
And cast. That is a 15 to hit this time.
15 misses.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Not Zephyr's day.
What is your guy got again? Sorry.
Imic.
Imic.
yeah.
It's on my Imic then. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, for my action then, I am going to cast Bane on these 3.
Nice. Is that a save? I think it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me cast it.
Perfect. Charisma.
Oh, I didn't mean to cast that at 2nd level, but
That's okay.
yeah,
You can.
I think I can take it back. Yeah, DC 14 charisma. Let's see how charismatic they are.
They all fail,
Yay.
and they are all baned.
Cool. Let's see. They just went okay, so they got their reactions back after Squall, but they are baned.
Yes.
See, even if I move, they might come after me anyway. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay. Irynyx.
Still have the shell loaded. The advantage just washes with the fairy fire, so attack is just normal. Come on, please land. 24.
24 hits.
On the Minotaur.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. There we go. Max damage, and then a d6 of psychic. Second. All right. So DC 14 Wisdom 4.
Okay. It failed the Wisdom save.
Cool. So it can't approach this direction.
Oh, is it the frightened condition?
Well, yeah, it's a fear.
A fear effect.
Yeah. Like the old PlayStation game.
So does it? I'm sorry. Does it impose the frightened condition?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
It's like the
Yes,
PlayStation game.
yeah.
Are there lesbians?
Okay. You get
There's
the
always
sense
lesbians.
that
Yes.
It had the frightening effect has no effect on it.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Well, I won't bother concentrating on that. Yeah. Well, fuck. Yeah, that's all I can do at the moment.
All right, Aerashka.
Let's see. Oh, I can cure someone. Cool. I'll do that. I'll move over. I will do cure wounds on. Actually, how bad is Zephyr looking?
I'm almost bloody. Not quite.
You are frontlining right now. I will. Oof. Yeah, I'll hit you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
For whopping 9. And then as my minor action, I'm going to figure out what my bard thing will do.
Oh yeah. Tale
Oh,
of the
goody.
clever animal.
Hmm.
Well, you win some, you lose some, I guess.
Yeah, you got more of those, right?
Any movement or anything from you, Aerashka, or are you?
I already did move.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah, I'll move a little bit more. Sure.
Okay. All right. The Minotaur crystal statue clambers to its feet and then lumbers forward and takes another swing at Celsia.
Doesn't it
now has
take damage from the sphere first?
At the end of its turn.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
You have your shield out now this time, right?
I do.
Okay, so 19. So here comes the axe. That's a hit for 11 slashing.
Ow.
Oh, I just put an S. There we go. And then here comes the horns, but they miss. And now Dex save versus 2d6.
What? Oh, for the
For the Minotaur, yeah. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah, this guy's got a pretty loaded kit, huh?
It succeeded its Dex save.
So it takes.
It takes half, or it takes none.
Half.
Which is how much? Perfect. All right. Celsia, your turn.
Ow. I'm in pain. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Nice.
As my bonus action. So I hold up the sun shield, as I've been calling it, aloft, and I shout out, "Light of Estrella, keep me safe!" She's like, her voice cracking, like she's trying to stay in character, but she's in a lot of pain. But to her surprise, the shield does glow and begin to project a sort of force field in front of her.
Nice.
And then I will attack.
It's still fairy fired, so you have advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, I accidentally clicked it once, so let me click it again.
Sure.
Okay, well, it's 25.
Double 19's not bad. That's a hit.
All right. 11 damage.
All right.
19s make it 20, doesn't it?
Yeah, 2 19s. Yeah. I'll let you trade in both 19s for a crit. No.
Oh, yeah? Oh, that's
but
great.
it is, once again, its crystal form breaks apart, and you are hit with, this time not as bad, 5 piercing from crystal shards.
I'm very hurt. Can I tell if it has reach? Like
That's
if I
good. Let me tell if it has reach.
Well, it used its reaction anyway, so it doesn't matter. I can move and not provoke. But if I move back, then the flaming sphere won't be in the right spot.
Well, he can move the flaming sphere.
Yeah, his turn's after yours, so Squall goes after you.
Right. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna back up more so that I can be next to them. And So yeah, I backing up almost instinctively, like, oh god, and I back up directly into Squall, and I'm like, hey, help!
Okay.
All right. Well, Squall, it's your turn.
I will step to here and cast Thunder Wave at second level on
Hmm.
the
Oh,
Minotaur.
nice.
It's a 15-foot cube in front, so it shouldn't hit anybody else.
All right. Guessing that's a con save. Yep,
Yep.
there it is.
Wait, self 15? What?
It's a
15-foot
cube that
from me,
extends
so,
out
yeah.
from you. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Well, if it actually failed its con save.
So I knock it back 10
Yeah.
feet over the flaming
Mhm.
sphere,
Nice.
Hmm.
and then with my bonus action, I'm gonna ram him. So dex save.
It is crystalled. It's bloodied right now after the thunder wave.
Crystalled.
Is it prone?
No, it just knocks
No.
it back.
Okay, good. Oh, ranged
And then
characters.
dex save. It failed the dex save.
Nice.
Fuck.
All right. There are significant pieces missing from it now,
Mm-hmm.
but it is still up and
And I will
still
use another
moving.
5 foot of my move to go back here.
Nice. All right, armors. Bane subtracts from attacks and ability checks, right?
Attacks and saving throws, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Let me double check.
That is everything. I thought it was
Yeah,
like
attack roll or a saving throw.
Nice. Okay. Well, Zephyr, you're getting 4 attacks, so I'll roll the 4 attacks and then I'll roll 4d4. So we have 2 hits. So I'll roll the d4s for those. They both miss thanks to Bane.
Nice.
Yeah. As they're swiping through the air, but they cannot connect. And now Tig, you're going to get 2 attacks on you.
Remember,
Same
they have
thing.
advantage.
Oh, right.
Huh.
So first attack, okay, that's a hit, but misses with Bane. And then second attack, that's a hit, and
Definitely clutch.
still hits with Bane. So that's 6 bludgeoning damage from the 1 attack that got through.
Still, Bane's doing some work.
Oh, yeah. Your turn, Tig.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to attack this one in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to reckless attack. Okay.
23 hits.
Okay. 9 plus 2 is 11 plus 6, 17 damage.
It's bloodied.
Okay. And then Celsia cried out for help. I'm going to run up here so it gets an attack of opportunity on me if it wants.
It gets advantage because of reckless, but it missed on both rolls. So
Okay. That's my turn.
all right. Zephyr.
Okay. Let's start off with spiritual weapon, of course. Do that. 16 to hit.
16 misses.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Just swinging in there.
Mhm. It's probably hitting, but it's connecting in the armor in such a way that it's not getting an effective hit in. You know what I mean?
Hit in the joints.
So armor is protecting it from damaging the armor.
Yeah, exactly. Josh gets it.
I don't know if this is gonna work on armor, but I'm gonna try it. Zephyr is gonna reach out her hand to the one in front of her and cast inflict wounds on it, first level.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Let's see. Casty. A 12 to hit. Oh my god.
Well, you
rolled
cast
twice,
it
you got
twice,
17.
and the
Oh,
first one was
okay,
a 17. But
Okay,
unfortunately, 17 misses as well.
Oh my god.
Love these enemies.
You're basically
Oh.
fighting walking suits of plate mail. So
Yeah.
to give you an idea
is
of
great.
what.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit down and just let them wail on me for the next few minutes. That seems like a good idea.
No.
They're banged, so it might
oh,
take them a
God.
while.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Slap fight commence.
That's all I got.
All right. Irynyx.
Kind of shoulder through this little choke point. Seeing that parts of this thing are breaking off, I will break out actual. So this I have to unclick this. So overclock. Cannon starts making a particularly loud noise. Yeah. As. There we go. Guiding bolt. Yes!
Whoa! Look at that.
Hell yeah.
Well, that first roll is really something, but the second one. All right, so 26 total. Yeah.
Wow.
26 radiant damage. Yeah. Is this a loud sound and a bright light emerge.
The Minotaur statue staggers backward a step or two, but recovers. It's still standing, but that was a significant hit.
Okay then. Uneasily looking back over her shoulder.
All right, Aerashka.
Okay, so I'm sort of witnessing a couple of different things here. I'm actually going to. We'll bonus action shove this guy.
Okay.
So we'll give that a go. See if it makes its check. Oh,
What's
lightning.
the DC?
The DC is 14.
It failed.
Cool. And then I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Wait. Okay.
DC 14 Dex save. I was going to draw it, but that's right. It doesn't stay there. It just catches them.
Yeah, it'll just
So
be those three.
3 Dex saves. The middle one succeeded, but the outer 2 are both enveloped in fairy.
And they should get a Bane penalty too on that.
Oh, you're right. That could make the difference. It did not make the difference.
Sad.
It was a nice thought.
Okay, that's me.
All right. The Minotaur statue, compelled, will move forward and swing at Tig. Tig, your last attack was reckless, right?
It was.
All right, here we go. Great Axe reckless misses.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Gore crits.
Oh boy. I'm gonna intercept.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So I negate 4 damage.
Okay, so Tig takes 6 piercing.
So I get.
No,
I like the idea
actually,
that
that's
kind of like
Scratch.
how does the intercept actually work? Does it work before or after the resistance?
when a creature you can see hits a target, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by blah 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 to a minimum of 0.
So Tig would resist whatever amount he ends up taking. They end up taking. So I guess Tig would take 3 instead of 6.
Don't look at
Right?
me.
That's how
know.
I would. That's how I would.
Because the damage was 10, right? So it's either it reduces it by half and then by 4, so he takes 1, or he reduces it in half, or you do the 4 and then reduce by half. So
either way,
I would do that
fine.
because Tig doesn't take any damage until after the interception finishes.
Sure.
You know what
That
I
would
mean?
make more sense.
Yeah.
Just making sure. So,
Yeah.
yep.
No, that's a good question.
So yeah, I like the idea that I kind of come in, I see it charging forward, and I interpose my shield, but it only gets like its right horn, and the left horn still hits.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Tig seems nonplussed by
Same
this.
throw or 2d6.
Saving throw. Yep.
Thank you. It failed. I don't know how a crystal statue can collapse from fire, but whatever that looks like, that's what happens. I guess
Yay!
Lava has to do anything, it melts.
Yeah, it melts to some degree, I
What's the
guess.
heating point of crystal? Yeah, the melting point. I mean,
Mm-hmm. But it collapses in front of Tig in a large pile of, of melted and scuffed and chipped and broken crystal. And then it is Celsia's turn.
I imagine it just looks like a cell phone case or cell phone that's been cracked, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Celsia looks around, now is surrounded by allies and is feeling emboldened. And turns around, and she hasn't even seen the suits of armor yet. So she's like, oh, well, thank goodness that's over with. Turns around and is like, oh, Zephyr! Runs over to help. And I will. What's the purple?
Fairy fire.
Fairy fire? Okay.
Yep.
And this one's also fairy fire?
Yep.
All right. Well, I want to be next to Zephyr, so I'm going to attack this one.
Okay.
$17.
It's a miss.
God. Damn it. Do I shove? I can shove.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a shove. Because I don't have to hit, right? I'm looking. Yes.
Correct.
I don't have to hit. Okay. So, and this is medium size, so I get advantage.
Correct.
18.
It is shoved.
Get shoved. I'm gonna knock it back. Yeah, back onto the the foot of the staircase. It kind of trips.
Mhm.
Ah.
Yeah. All right, Squall, you're up.
I can occupy the same space as a spiritual weapon, right?
I believe so, because it's not an object.
It doesn't because creatures can walk through it and stuff, right?
Yeah, it doesn't, and it doesn't get opportunity attacks or anything. So I'd say yes.
Okay, so I'm going to move to there and cast Thunderwave at first level.
Nice. Con save 14. Is that going to get the two of them?
Yeah, I can only get the two.
Okay. The one that's adjacent to Celsia succeeds, but the one that got shoved failed.
Bane.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, you know what? I keep forgetting. Okay, they both fail.
Nice.
Haha.
Bane's doing work.
10 feet this diagonal to the left.
Nice.
And then I'll carry on and move to here.
Okay.
You have your bonus action, right? Did you want to move your flaming sphere down?
5, 10, 15. I don't want to... is it just for enemy creatures or any creature?
Any creature, but they can still move on their turn to get away from it.
Yeah, then I'm going to move it to here.
Okay.
Trundle.
All right. Celsia's backside is getting really warm from that flaming sphere. But the armors are going to close in again. They have movement. That one's going to go this way.
Bitch.
So we'll go 2 attacks to Celsia, 2 attacks to Zephyr, 2 attacks to Squall in that order. So Celsia first.
21 AC.
21 AC. Miss against Celsia.
Good.
So now against Zephyr.
Sorry.
Zephyr 2 misses as well. And now against Squall. 1 hit.
Bane.
Oh, it would. Oh, yeah. All right. It did not do anything. So 6 bludgeoning damage to Squall.
Concentration check.
Nice.
What is it? What is the target I need to get?
It's half the
And
damage plus 10.
Right. Okay.
So
No,
you're
it's 10 or half, whatever.
Whichever is
good. Oh,
higher.
right,
Gotcha.
right, right. You're fine.
In any case, that one armor needs to make a saving throw.
Yeah, this one. This bitch.
Oh, for the flaming sphere. You're right. It succeeded.
Bang.
Thank you. It still succeeded.
Fuck.
Can we just get everyone in chat to say the word Bane?
Just everyone type Bane.
Yeah.
That's their turns. Tig, you're up.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to turn back around and, yeah, I'm going to rush in right there and going to go after. Actually, no, I'm going to go after the one next to Celsia.
Okay.
You don't have to reckless this one.
Oh, that's true. I'm still going to anyway because it's Tig though.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's what he does. So, oh Jesus, nope.
Yep. Unfortunately, that's a miss.
Okay, that's my
All
turn.
right. Zephyr.
Okay. Let's yeah, let's move the spiritual weapon over here so it can attack the one that's wounded already.
Sure.
And that one has advantage, right?
It does.
Okay. We'll just remember how to do advantage here.
You can do it. I
There
believe
we
in you.
go. Yes, thank you.
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
21.
21 hits.
Oh my gosh, a hit. 11 damage.
All right. Still standing. That spiritual weapon was taken down a peg with this encounter.
I know, it really was. I think with my action, I'm gonna do some healing because we probably have more encounters after this. So I will heal Celsia next to me, who looks like she's pretty beat up. Let's do Cure Wounds 2nd level. Why are you not casting? There it is, 14.
Wow.
Thank you. I am no longer bloodied.
Yeah, that's that should do it for me.
Okay. Irynyx.
What are the ceilings like in this place?
15 feet.
Okay.
All original.
Yeah. Ooh, sounds lovely. Do a little hop, skip, and a jump over there. And now that I am flanking this dude, let's yep. Done with the cannon for now. Where is my cantrip list? There we go. Thorn Whip. Yeah, big steel dash. 19.
19 hits.
Yep. 2.
Nice.
Tier 1 cantrip, people. Love it. Appreciate them. Mm-hmm. Well, that's that.
Okay. Aerashka.
Yeah. Yeah, Rashka actually will pull out her crossbow.
You have weapons?
I do. Yeah. We'll fire at oh no, this guy's still around. We'll fire at that one.
Okay. .21 hits. And it goes down.
I did it, says Aerashka.
You did, replies Celsia.
And as
Like, genuinely?
a minor action, I don't really. I guess
Don't undersell
I
yourself.
shouldn't say
It's a bonus. There's nothing minor about it. It's a bonus act.
we're gonna hit. Yeah, with a healing word. We'll give a healing word to our buddy Squall.
All right.
Thank you. Still blooded.
All right, Celsia.
All right. Yeah, I'll just attack the one next to me.
Sure.
And this one's not fairy fired?
Correct.
Okay. 25?
That'll hit.
12 damage.
Nice. It is bloodied.
All right. I will try to knock it prone. I have a method and I'm sticking to it. 24.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, you succeeded.
I just smack it upside the head with my shield and it just thunk.
Clatters to the ground.
That's it for me.
All right, Squall.
Light it up.
I can't. Someone is in the way now. It is a target-rich environment.
It's
I only take attack of opportunity if I move away, right?
If you leave if you move further than 10 feet away from it.
Sure. Right.
Sorry,
Okay.
further than 5.
Yeah, I'm just going to cast Thunder Wave on this one.
Okay. It failed its save.
So, fuck off 10 feet south, please. And then the Fairy Fire will move to here and ran it.
The flaming sphere.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all right. Dex save.
If you want to
It
command
also-
my fairy fairy to do that, I'm not going to complain. So.
It also failed the dex save.
Nice.
Oh, look at that. It's bloodied.
Fuck. And I'll move back 10 feet.
Okay.
That's me.
20. And that one's just going to stand up. The one that is surrounded is going to attack Celsia. 2 slam attacks. Both
What
miss.
is he? Hell yeah.
And then this one's going to attack Squall. 2 slam attacks. Both miss.
Nice.
Tig, you're up.
Clean him up.
Swinging for the fences.
Do you call your shot?
Tig points. 19.
That's a hit.
Okay. 14 plus 2 plus. Okay, 21 damage total.
Oh my god.
It collapses. Its armor actually like shatters apart. Like it just explodes under the weight of the Tsubo.
Nice.
Is that your turn? Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Zephyr.
I'll scooch the spiritual weapon over here, back this way, and attack this one. Two. And swing. 16, miss.
That's a miss, yeah.
I know the misses well. Let's do Toll the Dead on it then.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see. That's not an attack though. So 22. Wisdom 14 save. It'll be a whopping 1 damage if it fails.
It failed, so it takes the 1 damage.
Love these cantrips.
Yep. Cool.
Mhm.
I'm not even gonna bother moving.
Okay. Irynyx.
Mhm. Mhm. Excuse me. Thank you. Excuse me. Hold still, please. That's right. Listed as a spell. Is it fairy fired or anything?
It is.
It is.
It is.
The zap.
Hey, 24 hits.
14. Wow, another max roll.
And it goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Woo,
Thank you for
we did
moving.
Whew.
Yeah.
Okay, who touched something they shouldn't?
Wow, isn't it so weird how those things rose and started attacking us almost completely, seemingly at random?
Tig's
I
eyes
think-
go back to blue. Yeah, it was pretty weird.
Whew, so strange. I'm just gonna take a rest over here. She slumps up against the wall.
What was that?
Someone must have enchanted those constructs to attack at some point.
Aerashka's not buying it.
So you give her a look and she caves immediately. Looking like so guilty. She looks like she just, has her hand in the cookie jar and you're like, child, and she just says, I saw the chests. I thought that they were going to be filled with treasure. I'm sorry.
It's fine. A little warning would have been nice, but
Well,
Were
I
they?
didn't know what was going to happen. But now I do. So I'll be more careful.
During that discussion, you hear the sounds of multiple clawed feet scraping away and clawing and scratching furiously at the top of the stairs.
Still hungry, I see.
Well,
like
if
to
these things
solve
were
the puzzle, please,
attacking, they
Pat.
must have been. They must have been guarding something.
Squall's like looking at the mural. Does it say loyalty in life, service in death, the seekers of enlightenment?
I'm not going to tell you because there's no way that you would know that. Out of
Yeah,
character, that's pretty good, but in character, there's no way you'd know.
What?
Mhm.
I've got a map with old old
Okay,
bits
all
of
right, I'll tell you what.
Are they squiggles or are they coffee grounds?
Oh yeah, it might be jam.
Roll it might be jam. Roll a percentage for me. I'll give you a 5% chance if you roll
You
1 to
son
5.
of a bitch.
Mm.
65?
Sorry.
8%?
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Probably roll with a button.
Fucking impressive, though.
Can I figure out? Oh, I cannot figure out the mechanism that activated those statues, can I? Well, I guess Celsia said she'd get it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jig is up. I go over and I
The chicken
point to the chest that I opened.
Are these safe to open now?
I don't see any more Minotaurs or suits of armor, so I'm guessing.
oh,
I'm gonna
is
open
like
up the door right by Tig here.
is the crystal great axe still in one piece?
No.
Womp womp.
Yeah,
It is
sadness. Does the crystal minotaur have any pockets?
If it did,
Pockets?
they were melted a long time ago.
Wasn't that?
All right.
Sorry, about a minute ago.
I'm gonna look at Irynyx and be like, open them on 3. We're each by a chest.
Well, this one's been open. That's one Celsia got already. I have.
Well, I didn't actually
Yeah, we didn't actually
was
get what's
inside.
in there. Yeah.
Oh, you just tricked it or triggered it? Okay.
As soon as I opened it, I was attacked. I did see coins inside, but
Hmm.
all right, Zephyr, let's do this.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Open.
All right, I'll take initiative. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There is a large amount of coins in both chests, as well as you find an unidentified helm in one, a potion, and a spell scroll. So I'll put the coin count in here. And helm.
Into the bag of holding.
Aerashka, I'll take an insight check.
Cool. That's one of my good skills.
You're not sure.
Nice.
Is there any hint as to why these valuables are here? Like, do they belong to the people in these coffins?
I don't know.
Or is it just like a religious thing? Okay. Well,
Anything special about the coffin next to Tig?
That sarcophagus is adorned with stars instead of moons for its artwork, for the carvings on its surface, but otherwise nothing else. And then there is one chest in that room.
He gives a quick prayer of apology and then goes and opens the chest.
Okay. Yeah, just like the previous one, there is a lot of coins.
a trap?
Yeah. And there's also a hat, a leather hat with a feather in it. And judging by the state of the leather and the feather, you're guessing this is magical.
The leather and the feather.
The leather and the
The
feather.
leathery feather, the feather, the leather. And then
And there's also another spell scroll in there as well.
There we go.
And what are you investigating?
Sarcophagi.
Yeah, so the one to your north has a waxing crescent, and the one to your south has a waning crescent. But other than those symbols, there's no script or anything written on them. You get the sense that those symbols are indicative of like a religious station or position, but other than that, there really isn't much else you can tell.
Not without opening it, am I right?
haven't we triggered enough traps? I mean, haven't I triggered enough traps?
Do they seem trapped?
You're confident that the sarcophagi are not trapped.
Someone help me with these.
But they might be trapped.
Hey guys, I don't know how long we have down here. As I continue to look up the stairs.
Well, then we'd better work fast.
They're not gonna claw through stone. Are they gonna claw through stone? She's like suddenly unsure of herself.
They haven't, and they've lived here for who knows how long.
All
They
right.
didn't know about it.
I help Irynyx with the coffin.
Just
All right.
be careful. Try not to disturb the dead.
Wait, you guys are opening coffins? Says Aerashka.
Says Aerashka.
The lid slides off.
Mm-hmm.
And inside there is the skeleton of a humanoid. And any clothing or garb that it was buried with has long since decomposed. There is a gold necklace around its bony collar. But other than that, there's nothing in the way of possessions in here. Irynyx, you'd be able to tell with your you'd be able to tell. Actually, you both would. Never mind. That this skeleton has elongated proportions, long limbs. It's tall for a humanoid. Not like, not like Goliath sized or anything like that, but tall and lanky for a humanoid.
Does it have pointy ear bones?
There's no ear bones to speak of.
Hmm.
It's unusual.
Mystery
Is it a
defense.
Nope. Ears are cartilage.
Joke.
Celsia kind of like steps away, looking a little busted.
Have I met anyone with those proportions in my experience? Species.
I'm very quickly going through the playable species.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'd be similar. Well,
I mean, I guess anyone could be tall and lanky. It doesn't really.
yeah.
Okay.
What's the symbol on the amulet medallion?
It doesn't have any like crystals or anything like that, but it is a gold necklace that has the symbol of the waning crescent, downward pointing waning crescent etched
And
onto
this is
it.
the waning coffin.
Correct.
Okay.
And then on the wall, that was what was that one wearing?
That one was it was a downward crescent. It was this like the standard one that you saw the statues up above holding. But the necklace that's on there is different. Like the one that you found on the skeleton is like it's not a medallion. It's a that has multiple like gold pieces, plates, I guess, hanging off of it. Like it's very ornamental. The one in the carving looks like it's one piece on a chain or a strap or something. So
Aerashka's not there.
sure. I'm sorry, Squall, were you opening that door?
Yeah, I'm gonna try this door.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Well, whatever. It's far away. Can't hurt
Don't
me.
jinx it. Don't jinx it.
Beyond these doors is a room much like the one across the way. With a single sarcophagi, a
What are
single
the
chest,
symbols on this sarcophagus?
stars.
Poke open.
Right. Inside here, inside this chest, Aerashka, you find more coins, as well as a potion and a pearl. And then Irynyx, I'm assuming you're opening this one.
Yeah, checking the door for trapeze.
Sure.
But sure.
Did you roll? You
Trapeze.
did. You're confident that the trapeze have all gone to bed.
No more trapeze. Okay.
Yeah.
Gingerly open the door.
In the silence of everybody walking and looking, the sound of the claws scraping is ever present.
Okay. Is this decorated with stars or moons?
This sarcophagus has the symbol of a mountain on it.
Chest.
And the southern chest. There are no traps on this one.
Okay. Are there contents? Oh,
Yes, there's not as much as the others. There's coin and a potion.
Hmm.
What makes the mountains different from the stars and the moon?
Oh, it's an even 50 gold each.
Mm-hmm. So Nick, you
For all the
said
chests.
when we hit the button, or I hit the button, I suppose, up on the pedestal up top,
Mhm,
that there were
mhm.
slots going around the
Yep, much like the pedestal at the Sun Temple, there's like divots or slots that looks like you could insert an object of some sort, and those ring. There's 12 of them total, and they ring the outside of the pedestal, like the wall.
Mhm. Are they about the size of those amulets?
Of the one that you saw the skeleton wearing,
Yeah.
you could fit the amulet in there, but it's not
But it's not socketed for it.
correct.
It doesn't,
Yes,
doesn't look okay. Yeah, okay. Appears we did not find another exit to this.
And I'm sorry, you did take a look at these two altar thingies?
Yeah, they were just like abandoned, or like everything in here, but they were just like votive areas,
Okay.
I think.
Is there any other art that seems interesting or?
The only art that you saw that seemed of significance, other than the etchings on the sarcophagi, is the carvings on the northwest wall, and then, you saw the mosaic upstairs, but that was upstairs.
Mhm.
So,
What about the base where the Minotaur was? Was it on top of anything, or just
yeah,
a
it's on
pedestal?
top of that dais that you're standing on right now,
Yeah.
but there's nothing
Yeah.
there that would no like carvings or anything there. No.
And there's nothing. No, it's not a secret elevator or something.
Correct. It does not.
One thing.
Hmm.
Well,
What is there?
we could try to take a short rest down here, and just get geared up for what's going to be out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel particularly safe resting down here. But
Well, we rest as long as we can until they break in, or until we open it, right?
Or we could just leave now and say bye.
the longer we outstay our welcome, the more upset they might become. Then again, it seems like we've already outstayed our welcome.
That would be my guess.
I am prepared to battle if it comes to that. Just give me but a moment. It's like bandaging myself. Like
When we walked through the upstairs rooms, we didn't see, there was no like larder or anything. They didn't have any food stored. It looks like.
No.
Okay.
And no remains.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were bones scattered about, but you guys didn't take the opportunity to like actually sift through everything. So
Okay.
do we even know?
Mhm.
What did we learn here?
Nothing.
It didn't seem like there was much that we learned here. It seems like the other temple that Imik was pointing me to is the one that has the answers, hopefully, but I was hoping they'd be connected somehow, but I don't see anything here except for coins and items that I don't see how that helps us.
And that strange runic writing.
That's true. Maybe there's something there.
Is it possible there's another reason Imik is pointing you here? Celsia doesn't say, is it possible Imik doesn't exist? There's like an underlayer of that. Very deep, she doesn't say that, but it's like,
Is there another reason why your friend sent us here?
Right. Is there another reason why Mick might have, pointed you in this direction?
Well, I don't know how these temples are connected. The vision was of this other temple, and I don't know. Like they're both moon temples, but I don't know what they have to do with each other. Like, were they the same religion, the same belief?
There are a lot of commonalities between this place and the Sun Temple.
Yeah. But for some, I feel like if Emic is pointing me to that other temple for some reason, it's because there's something specific there.
Hmm. Are you hearing anything now?
I don't know. Am I?
Are you hearing voices in your head?
Yeah. Is he here with us in the room right now?
Usually
You are
it's
not
not
hearing
these kind of moments that it's usually in dreams that he talks to me.
They're still scratching.
Oh yeah. Yeah, in fact,
Oh boy.
I'm gonna roll something real quick.
I would like to get out of here without finding them, but I mean, we should try to talk our way if we can, but I was gonna say we should run, but I think there's no way we can escape them. They're probably much faster than us, and one of them can fly.
I'll go up to the top of the staircase, which is like closed off. So I get as high up as I can below the entrance, and I yell, hopefully loud enough that they can hear on the other side. Just like, stay thy claws back, curs, scabberlatchers.
Roll me an intimidation check. And I'm gonna give you disadvantage.
Yeah, that checks out. 13.
Okay. The scratching pauses, and then scratching pause, and then pause scratch, and then you hear like one of them like start again, like like almost like testing the waters, and then after that, all of them start again.
You will have thundering retribution if you do not let us pass safely.
This is just going to be a fight. Let's just do this.
I don't want to
Tig
fight.
yells up, just don't be jerks. We're done here. We're going to leave.
And then the scratching stops, and you hear the alpha shout down. And he's like, if you give up more food, we'll let you go.
Fine.
I'm going to make an insight
your
check on
meal.
that.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm assuming you have the ring of truth telling. That's why it's
Yes, that's why it's advantage.
Gotcha. You believe the wolf, but you get the sense that they want a lot.
I don't believe him.
You think they'll attack us anyway?
Yep.
Well,
I don't know. Isn't it worth a try? I still have a little bit left on me.
I think so. Yeah.
I have some.
Yeah, I still don't understand why you are fine just letting carnivorous creatures eat everything that they want, including people. And they admit to it. and they seem fine with it.
They admit to protecting their home. They tried to tell us to go away, so that way they didn't have to protect their home from us. Are you telling me you don't eat meat? You're a carnivorous creature.
Yeah, Aerashka is just letting that bounce off of her. It's because she doesn't understand this at all. Like, if you want your people eaten, I guess that's your choice.
We still don't know.
Take looks at everybody else. Anybody else have any food they can give up?
I mean, I've got plenty.
I have rations. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna like all these apples I have. Pointing to the big bag of apples I have from the dwarf.
Hungry for apples?
Guess we'll have to live off of apples if we give away all our rations.
Yeah, I've got a few rations, but not a ton.
We'll gather up whatever people are willing to give up. So I've got four more, and that's the last of my rations.
Well, you still have to be able to eat.
No, I don't.
Oh. I should have known.
No need to eat, breathe, drink water. There are some advantages to this state of being. Not many, but some.
I'm going to use...
And your hair is always impeccable.
Arcane Recovery.
Kidding.
Okay.
You're super quiet.
He's just mumbling.
Arcane recovery.
Yeah.
To just get spell slots back.
Yeah, second spell slot back.
Okay.
Are we treating this as a short rest?
Oh, I thought we had already declared. At
Oh,
least
okay. No, that's fine. I didn't.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
didn't chat up,
I
so I
didn't
didn't
know.
see any.
That's a
dice
lot
roll.
longer waiting down here. That's going to make it harder for us to, talk them into letting us pass.
Rashka shrugs.
I'm okay with going, but I'm if we decide to stay too, then that's...
I'm fine either way. Short rest doesn't do much for me. But
Let's just go then.
Short rest, adequate time to make a dose of alchemist fire.
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. Okay.
So, would you like us to? Is Irynyx advocating for a short rest then?
Oh, I thought that I was operating on the assumption everyone had already said they wanted to do it. So
No.
Most of us are like, we don't really need a short rest.
Yeah.
I figured you wanted to recover, but if you're just going to use more spell slots to heal, then we can just leave and forget the fire plan.
I'm okay with either one. I just I agree that it will be, if we are expecting a fight, it'll be better if we rest first. But if we're hoping to get out of here without a fight, I think the only way to do that is if we leave ASAP.
If we rest, we're pretty much guaranteeing that they'll fight us.
Probably.
Well, I have beakers in hand, so you can tell me either put them away or not.
I am indecisive. Someone else decide.
I already told you guys what I wanted.
I pushed the button on the door.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hear the sound of the mechanism churning, and then eventually the ceiling slides away in a circular pattern, and as soon as there's space, you see a wolf's snout stick in and is sniffing. Are you like they're gonna come down as soon as there's space? Are you offering them food or are you not?
Yeah, Tig's walking up and, got a bag full of the rations that people were willing to give up.
Okay. How many do you have total?
So I gave up 4. What about the rest of you?
I can give up 2.
Okay.
Let's see. How many do I have? I have 10 rations
I've
on
already
me.
had 7, the fat fucks.
What should I give
I'll
up?
give
Like
up another 4,
5?
and I'm going to walk up there. Back away from the door. Fucking piss me off now.
The alpha warg is right up in your face, not moving from the top of the
I
steps.
scream into its face to back up.
Give me an intimidation check.
I'm the alpha now.
Do you shapeshift?
I'm tempted.
No, I spoil it.
So you see as you're stepping forward and shouting, like your screaming takes the warg off guard and it backs up enough to give you like a 5-foot move or a 5-foot space off of the stairs heading up.
I'm like fucking 4 levels away from being able to.
I'm following
Tig's
close behind.
Like the size of him, so.
All right, I will move us. And I'm going to make a positioning adjustment since Squall is in the lead. And I'll put us on. But with the alpha backing up, none of the other wargs want to close the distance either. And the manticore is still perched kind of up on the wall.
I'm gonna
but you see,
gesture to Tig to give me the bag.
He hands it over.
And I would like pantomime that open the bag, take the food out, put the food back in the bag. And then I'm gonna fucking yeet the bag as far as I can.
All right. Give me a strength check.
Come on.
Athletics.
I just switched tabs.
I'm sorry.
Fuck!
There's one inspiration left.
No. Boom, spikes it.
Not using the inspiration?
Can I try to assuming a 4 means he kind of fumbles it, can I grab it myself?
So okay, so it lands at Squall's feet, and when that happens, not the alpha, but one of the other wargs lunges for it. So you can give me a dexterity saving throw to try and grab it before the warg gets it.
Okay. 12.
You grab it and its teeth catch the back end and you rip it up out so it tears a hole in the bottom, but you have it. You just barely got it away.
Okay. So in one fluid motion, I then try to yeet it.
Sure. All right. Athletics check. Pick a direction.
This is just going to go right down the line. You're going to roll a 1. Next
No,
person
because you see, as I recoil and go to throw it, there's a sort of pulse of divine energy as this glorious light shines from her eyes, and I will use my channel divinity. Which gives me advantage on athletics checks for the rest of the scene, basically. And I yeet it 18.
Laughing at
18.
this whole thing.
Which direction are you throwing it?
I want to throw it. We came from the north. Okay. Then I want to throw it basically over because this is one story, right? With no roof. So I want to throw it this way, but over the wall.
All right. So you throw it, it goes sailing over the wall. The two wargs that are there both run, clamber up the stairs. One of them climbs deftly over the wall. The other one like gets up there, and then its back legs are scraping against the wall as it slowly pushes itself up.
Oh, that's adorable.
And
I
the
want one.
alpha's like, you idiots, and it goes out the door, or the opening in the wall rather. The manticore stays up on the wall and is staring down at you, but then it like you see it watches the wolves run away, and then it just looks down at you, and it raises its tail, but you get the sense that that's a defensive action. It's not going to attack you. It's more just like, I'm not going to go after that food, but I don't like that you're still here. That sort of
Yeah. Yeah.
Have a good day. Bye.
thing.
As Tig is kind of, running away with everybody else, he yells over his shoulder, "Thanks for the hospitality."
Scalpy lemurs.
We don't spot the remains or whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, you are able to see the most recent kill that they were referencing. You notice immediately that it was a human, but what it had with it, and you notice this because of what you yourself have, it had a bag of holding.
That's
You
not.
also see, kind of scattered around the floor nearby, a couple pieces of the mosaic that was shattered and broken on that pedestal.
Someone else was doing the same thing we were. Investigating these ruins. There's no like insignia or anything on their person that might mark.
There's not enough left of the person to identify them.
Were they wearing like armor or anything?
You see scraps of leather lying around, but that's about it.
Okay.
What would you trade for the bag?
And the manticore like looks, and it's like it looks over its shoulder at where the wargs went, and it's like, you're asking me?
You're the one here.
And it
Are you going to stop me if I take it?
flaps its wings and lands, and it's like, did you find anything to eat down there?
Not unless you like to chew on metal and crystal.
Sorry.
Bag. It's like
Why don't
the
we shake
bag
it
is
and
used.
see what comes up?
Shake. Okay.
Yeah.
And it like gets ready to leap when it sees you pick up the bag.
I'll shake whatever's in it out of it.
A spell scroll and a leather journal fall out, and that's it.
This is not food. I pick it up. The journal.
It's like shoulders go down.
We only have so much time.
So Nick, yeah, I know. Nick, you mentioned pieces of the mosaic. Does that mean like pieces that would fit into the pillar, or you're talking about pieces that would have been in that shattered globe?
Yeah, so it's like how previously there was that dome over a mosaic, and you were able to see everything. This one, the dome has been shattered. The mosaic that's inside has been broken into pieces, and there's a good chunk of it in there, but it's missing parts of it. And you see 3 such pieces near the remains of this person.
Does it look like the same mosaic?
It doesn't. You can tell just by looking at the pieces that it's not the same one as in the Sun Temple.
Shit. I just immediately assumed it was the same mosaic. Oh, that changes things. Real quick, I think we should check this out.
Yeah, I'm scooping stuff up, I guess. Just
the Manticore's like, wait, what? What is that? Why do you want that?
Pieces of stone. It's not edible.
Magic? Is it magic?
Allow me to tell you a tale. And I will step forward and I'm basically trying to draw its attention off of what Irynyx is doing.
Okay.
Doing research stuff, so
yeah. So I start gesturing at the walls and the ruins, and I say, once this was a grand temple, and I go into detail with as much as the little I know, I'm embellishing like crazy. And I want to make a performance check just to basically distract this thing.
Sure, I'll take that.
Thanks. Just
21.
It is totally enthralled, but not necessarily by the contents of your story. You
Right.
get like every time you pause, it like opens its mouth like it's gonna say something, and then you keep going. And it's like, oh, and so it seems like it's just waiting for its turn to say something to you, but
I'll
you're
be
not giving it.
extremely rude, and I just keep the story just continues, and it gets to a certain point where it's just like I'm just making shit up at this point, but I'm really very quite good at making shit up.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And the moon people were, yeah, it's just like keeps going.
Irynyx and Aerashka, you two are able to find 3 more pieces of mosaic, and so now you're confident that these are all of them, based on the size of the pieces and how much was missing from the original pedestal.
We reassemble and quick take a look.
We're cooperating on this. That's what the advantage roll was.
Yeah,
so.
Sure.
Are we able to assemble?
Oh,
Or...
I gotta move.
Sure.
And then,
Firewolf and this Borg and
I'm gonna move us to back to the dashboard. And so this, if you look to the right, that is the piece. Oh gosh, my awesome map is covering it. So let's go like this and just move this down. So that's the piece that's still in the pedestal, and I will give you because you rolled so well. I'll put a few of these pieces where they go.
Okay. Oh, a puzzle.
It is.
Well,
Boop. And this one. And then I'll give you control of the remaining 3. And they will have to be rotated and moved around.
Okay.
All right, there you go. While Celsia is keeping the Manticore distracted, eventually it gets it's able to respond. And it goes, no, okay, magic. Do you have magic? Items with magic?
Down in the catacombs.
It's like, oh.
It did not fit me, but it might fit you.
Well,
so to continue my tale.
It's like, oh.
You see, this place you have made your home. It's not just 4 walls and a shelter. It is part of a larger. And I'm like glancing over at the mosaic, like longer.
If we have enough to either remember or bring with, then I'm cool to bolt what anyone else wants to.
I mean, you could scoop up the remaining mosaic from the pedestal and just take the pieces with you. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was cool with that.
That makes sense.
Rotate that middle right one 180 and put it at the bottom. Yeah. No, rotate it again.
Watch this.
Counterclockwise.
What? You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if you overlay it,
and then
maybe.
Take the last piece and rotate it 180, put it above.
I didn't realize I was the only one with Sorry.
I don't know how to rotate them.
Just
You
the
just
dot
grab
when
like
you-
the little this
the little
thing.
prong. This would indicate yet another temple. One.
Yeah, a star temple.
Flower?
The rest of
There's
them are cosmological. I'm assuming it's gonna be.
Well, I'm assuming
Another-
that down at the bottom ley line is going to be a mountain temple down here somewhere.
Oh, for sure. But still, we still don't know what
so
purpose
you
is.
before we get too deep in this, you all grab the pieces and flee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
You've been very helpful.
And the Manticore's like, what?
And then rocks fell and the rest of them died. Bye.
You all take off, and the Manticore huffs and then spreads its wings and flaps and goes up in the sky. And you see it like kind of circling above the temple, keeping a visual on you, and then you see it fly off in the direction the wolves ran.
Okay.
Oh, let's close up the temple again. Well, nah. You're just going to dig it
I
up
mean,
anyway.
you would have had to close it to get at the pedestal because the
Right,
pedestal
that's
goes
true.
into the
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you all 2 inspiration, 1 for the puzzle and 1 for getting through the wargs and the Manticore without fighting any of them.
Hell yeah.
Boo, says Aerashka, but Justin says, well done.
Yippee.
And also, since you have that puzzle solved now, I'm just going to share the handout with you that is the completed thing, so you don't have to
Sure.
stay on this. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So there you go.
Indeed.
And I'm
This is puzzle found at the temple, or mosaic found at the temple of Eklim. Okay.
yes,
Can you switch us to the world map?
I will. Yeah. Boop. There we go.
So that would indicate that this temple is closer than we thought. It's probably in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we thought it was
Or maybe
like
possibly, like,
one
here,
down to
maybe?
the left or right.
Or maybe
If
even
it's further
here?
south, it's like 2 down.
I mean, we're not sure where it is, but
We operate on the assumption that this was all once one lake, which is kind of what we did beforehand, right? Before getting filled in.
this one, Arbin Lake, probably consumed part of these woods back in the day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, what I saw in the vision was it was in the middle. It seemed like it was surrounded by trees, so it's probably in the middle of
So
that.
it probably
forest.
is like right here then.
halfway between the mountains and the.
Yeah, so like right here,
Mm-hmm.
possibly. And
gonna
if
give us
that's
a-
true,
Star thing to toss around Steel Cliff.
Yeah.
where's the other?
I don't think we have an icon for the new temple.
I don't
Oh,
think it's
yeah,
even
I'll get that
much,
on
it's
there.
probably just
Temple.
like here.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So this intersected with the line that it's coming off of intersected with the Sun Temple, so it's got to be, you know what I mean?
And it looks like it's past the mountains, like on this side.
So it's
Yeah,
gotta be
somewhere
like
over
down
there.
here.
Yeah, it's got to be like all the way down here.
Yeah.
That
I mean, it's even with the mountain, so like here.
No.
Yeah, if we say that this lone peak is the same lone
Is
peak
that
in the
one, yeah.
mosaic, yeah, then that would be.
I think you're right. I think that is where it is.
There-ish. Yeah.
That checks out. Yeah. Okay. And then if that's true, then there's something else down at the bottom where those lines intersect, right at the very tipish.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Possibly like over here.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
in midair.
In midair, nothing floats in midair. Gosh, what are you talking about?
All right. So you all head back to the boat, I assume?
Yep, and my donkey.
Right.
So what do we do now? Do we continue our original plan or?
I don't see why not.
Someone
need
is
to
already
figure out-
after. Whatever we're after. Someone else is already after whatever we're after.
Right. Agreed. But who and why? We don't even know what we're after yet. We're just looking for answers.
Well, we know that what were those people called? The Skies people. Yeah, they had a book about this civilization, so maybe that person was one of them. I don't know.
Just for reference, the red and yellow that I put on there is your
Days.
originally planned path, and that's each day of travel. So,
And
But if you-
I thought it
alternating.
was
Right.
like traffic.
Is there still
It's our
sleep
Google
up
map,
there?
yeah.
Is what?
No, it's making a Google Maps joke.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't
I
funny.
think we're close enough to this other temple that I would really like to see what's there, but I can't
Well,
decide our course for all of you.
depends on how much of our equipment we just donated. Are we stocked enough to continue the trek?
I have enough food for all of us.
I
Hey, how
will
much do
certainly
you
run
have?
out.
I have 15, I think.
Oh my god.
I've still got 10 left.
I have 5 left.
I have 3
Oh,
left.
okay.
Hmm.
I chose to
some
give
apples.
none to the wargs because
Yeah, I gave none away, but I also have not been tracking anything. So,
Oh,
yeah. Anything that you kill or trap, I could prepare for us. But
You can cook? Of course you can cook. What am I talking about?
yes, I can cook sales. Yeah.
Ugh. Now I'm thinking about, and then she starts prattling off like expensive gourmet home cooked meals that
I hear they have that in Greenwood.
moving on to Highfell. Back in the boat.
Yeah. So what is the where are the docks again? Sorry.
the sky docks.
Yeah, the sky docks.
Anything that's a white dot. So
White
Highfell,
dot work? Okay.
Steelcliff,
Okay.
Rockwing, Westshire, and Broadstone all have sky docks.
How are we gonna get our? Are we gonna leave the boat here?
This is a
Perhaps
question.
we can carry it. I can carry it. Let's carry it.
What does one do with a boat?
We'll come back for it, Zephyr. Squall.
Jesus Christ.
Your names are similar.
What?
you look the same.
You're both green.
What? That's not what he meant.
I'm blue.
I'm blue. If I were green, I would die.
I think Aerashka would still say, let's go to Highfell. Sure, someone might be looking for these temples, but obviously that one didn't live. Pointing back at the moon temple. And they didn't make it inside. So, I don't know. I feel like we should continue on the task that we're supposed to be doing at this point in time, which is getting to Valberg.
I agree.
What was that task, by the way? I think that might have been a part that I missed.
To stop the corrupted soul stones from being used in the lay bridges.
Oh,
Concerned about that. Why didn't we do that immediately?
This was roughly on the way. roughly.
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 It made. I think it probably added 2 days or so.
Besides, Zephyr had a vision. All good adventures start with a prophecy and a vision. It's true. Don't look at me like I'm the weird one. Haven't you ever read a
just-
book?
Deadpan blink. Like
Yeah. Everyone's walking away from her like, no, seriously.
I will follow you all on your path. I have my vision from Imic to visit this other temple, but I think he also put me with you all for a reason. So if you think we need to take this other path, we can. And if
what
Imic
is
comes
the-
to me in my dreams, then we'll go from there.
What is the going price of a flying ship?
Like to buy one of your own?
Yeah.
Oh, I can look
How
that
many
up
boats?
real quick. How many what?
How many boats is it?
How many wargs do we have to kill?
Explain it to me in a currency I understand.
Because like that's definitely the goal, right?
The airship?
If we're not flying around in an overworld map in an airship, Final Fantasy style, then like, what's the point?
An airship. Where ship?
And I'm sorry, we don't get our own airship until at least Disc 2.
Right. We
Yeah,
need to
we're
meet
still on
someone
Disc 1.
Sid first, right?
You have to get out of
For-
Midgard? What?
Right.
Purchasing an airship, like if you just want to purchase one, you're looking at between 10,000 and 25,000 gold.
Okay. We can get that done, right?
Shouldn't the king have like, given us one? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he gave us each a 50 gold piece voucher.
Oh,
He told us to go buy a Star Wars.
Gave us a gift certificate to Bed Bath and Beyond.
here's a $10 Starbucks gift card. We appreciate what's done for us. Right. So onwards and not yet upwards.
So, are you going to Highfell then? Is that what everyone agreed on?
I would like time at the journal, but I think we're done for the evening. So I actually can't. I can't commit one way or the other at the moment.
What do you mean by done for the evening?
Right. Well, I mean, like, do we have it? Are we declaring our decision, and that's what we'll be doing right now? What?
I mean, I'm fine
Previously,
going for
we've done
another-
that this after the sessions, but
I'm fine going with until 11. I'm good for that. If you guys are going to Highfell, then that's
fine. Yeah. we
The
can go
journal,
ahead.
I'll get you a handout for next or between this session and next session. But
Okay, sure.
all right. So,
do we have even a vague sense of the journal as like?
I'll tell you this.
It would take a long time to get through the whole journal, but can we flip to the first page?
I'll tell you this. This person, as far as you can tell from this journal, was not from Clear Sky.
Okay.
You actually get the sense that this person was from Highfell.
Interesting.
Were we thinking that guy was a Clear Sky guy?
Some of us might.
That's what I was saying, because they had a book about the civilization on them. So they had some interest in these ruins.
But perhaps they were just a scholar.
Could be, yeah.
So are you portaging the boat the rest of this way? I would guess you probably are.
Yeah.
Slow us down a lot, though, right?
It would
How
slow
bad?
you down.
How bad?
I would just reduce 1 hex each day. So you're looking at 2 hexes a day on
That's not that bad.
1 day. It'll take you 3 days to get to Highfell instead of 2.
Carrying the boat. All right.
Mm-hmm.
No, we can just park it.
What happens if we just let it go down the river off the edge of the world?
It'll fall.
Hey, can we put a boot on it?
Yeah.
Put a boot on it.
The club on the helm. Yeah, if you, I mean, Dave, if you want to do that, if Squall wants to just
I'm
moor
gonna
it somewhere.
stow it.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend some time covering it up.
Sure.
Take all the valuables you can get.
Mark my map with some jam for where I left the boat.
Are we making a cairn for it? Is that what's going on?
No.
All right.
Squall is inconsolable for the first day of the journey away from the boat.
I think like Celsia would definitely sense that Squall's upset and would be like, very.
If you
like,
tell me a story about a boat, so help
No. I think she doesn't understand that that's why you're upset. So she's like, is something bothering you? Did I do something wrong?
No.
Oh, I just noticed that you were. Is everything okay?
Yes.
I see. I'm sorry. I must have misjudged. Goes back to walk. Oh wait, she's not.
If we make breakfast at camp one day, I'll make Squall a pancakes, but they're shaped like a boat.
If you
shaped like a boat.
Just imagine what you're going to get yourself into. That's all I'm going to say.
What? I thought it would shoot you up. What's the?
Yes.
She's incredulous. Yeah. What? It's a boat. You like the boats?
I smashed the boat.
Oh.
The pancake.
The pancake boat is smushed.
I'm like building a 3-dimensional version. I've taken like a stick and I've put it into it as a mast, and now I've taken like a strip of cloth and I'm creating a little sail.
I immolate it with produce flame.
Aerashka is walking to Highfell. I don't know about the rest of you.
No, I'm just describing what the trip is like.
Yeah, just it's travel
Right, so
montage.
next day you get pancakes, but if there was like cream somehow, so it's a boat, but it's like there's a whipped cream sailor boy, and he's waving. It's you. It's Squall.
Look, Squall, it's you. Even looks like you.
I'm stuck with these people.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna award an inspiration for the travel montage.
What?
Yay!
I solved your stupid puzzle and we got nothing, and you give me inspiration for that?
Yeah, we did. We did. He did give us one because we solved it.
Yeah.
This is pancake inspiration. We already got puzzle inspiration.
Wait.
Yeah. I gotta do a different P word each time.
Oh my god.
So traveling to Highfell over the open fields like this, and so close to the edge of Corwin, the thing that you notice the most is the unending, incredibly strong winds that are constantly blowing. And so the traveling is dry, and it's you're not able to, like, because of all the wind, there's this constant just this sound, there's the sound of the wind all the time. And so other than your vision, you feel like you're kind of closed off from everything because you can't hear as well as you could, previously. But you're able to make it to Highfell without any incident. You make it to the city towards the end of the second day, since you are traveling unboated, I guess you could say.
Well, partly, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, other than all the little pancake boats.
Oh no, I meant like, wasn't there a part that we'd still had to?
No, we moored it.
Yeah, no, we're literally carrying it over land. I think it's a.
No, we abandoned
no,
it.
he moored it. I put a little mark on the map where he.
Oh, okay.
He covered it. And, Highfell is a walled city, but the gates are open. You're free to enter it, and it is a very highly populated and also densely populated city. And the outer sections of the city, like the ones closest to the walls, are not in the best condition. They're pretty destitute, and there's a lot of people that live in these areas. So you're immediately, once you get in the walls and you get away from the exterior walls of the city, you're kind of in this sea of people, and a lot of them are gnomes. So there's a lot of gnomes moving around as well.
What fresh hell is this?
A lot of kinds of people.
Oh. Slap. Just kidding.
The city is it's alive with energy. There's always activity everywhere you're going. And the thing that you know, that some of you would know at least about Highfell, is that it is a guild operated city. There are a number of powerful guilds in the city, most of which would be the Shipwrights Guild and the now I'm suddenly forgetting what the other one was. Open up my doc. Shipwrights Guild and the Merchants Guild are the most prominent, but there are a number of smaller guilds in the city as well. What are you all planning on doing while you're here?
Perhaps we should figure out who. Might take some time, but figure out who that person was.
Is it not in the journal?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they put their name on it or whatever.
Well, we would have to sift through the whole thing and get a good sense. But in the meantime, we could
I have 11 insight, so I want to see if I can figure out what's bumming Squall out. He's gonna keep slapping my pancakes away.
Oh my god!
What?
No, I'm not. This is. I'm not doing this in intent. I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out if the environment was really that important to him. Not something she had considered. So that's what I do once we get in the city. I don't know. I've had a few days to read the journal, but you don't have that to convey right now.
Well, I have the important details. The person's name who owned the journal was Tarly. And he was a member of the Cartographers Guild.
That makes sense.
Sorry, Dave.
What?
He just sent me a message. He whispered in chat, and then I ended up scooping his plan.
Oh, I see.
That was unintentional.
Well, yeah, okay. Maybe it could be like he figured out that he wants to go there, and then if we figure out what the journal it came from, we independently arrive there.
So he's there, and then you all show up.
I guess. I don't know.
I'm fine with that.
We found this guy's corpse.
If Squall would
happened to him.
If Squall would like head there as soon as you're in town, like you're in there, and then Squall just takes his leave of the group and heads towards the Cartographers Guild. Yeah,
I'll get us some rooms. How's that?
Sure.
So assuming there's an inn. If it's this densely populated, there's probably an inn that we can find really close by.
Yeah. The one on that side of town is called the Lamb Public House, and rooms there would go for 2 silver apiece.
Is that lamb with a B or without?
With a B. Lamb like the animal.
Okay, just making sure.
2 silver apiece, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I will I'll pay the requisite there's 6 of us, 12 silver for.
Is it per person or per room?
Per person.
Okay, so 12 silver, and we'll figure out the rooms later.
Okay. While you're doing that, Squall, you head to the Cartographers Guild. The Cartographers Guild is closer to the center of the city. It's a large, round building with a big glass dome over its center. And you go inside, and you're immediately greeted by an older human male, and he's got white hair around the side of his bald head, and he's got a thin rimmed spectacles on his nose. And he walks up, and he's like, "Oh, excuse me, traveler. What is it that brings you here today?" And he kind of looks Squall up and down, like you get the sense he's not too impressed with your garb.
Shots fired.
I am oblivious to this fact, and I will say I would like to get into your archive and look at your maps.
Well, I'm sorry. I must have missed something. Are you a member of the Cartographer's Guild?
No.
Well, then I apologize, but seeing maps in the archives, that comes with a hefty price. I'm not sure that it would be something that we could arrange at this time.
I have several, just a simple country cartographer. I have several maps, including many rare and valuable pieces, and I will gladly share them if you give me access to the archive. And not before.
Is this your first time in Highfell, friend?
Yes.
Well, then let me enlighten you to how the Cartographers Guild conducts these transactions. Maps, as you can tell, and he kind of like motions around him, are very important to us. And so if you're providing us with a map, I need to verify that it's one we don't already have. And I need to verify that you are giving us the only copy of it that you own.
Why would that matter? That seems particularly silly.
Well, the
What if I
Cartographers
use the
Guild...
map to get here?
Well, I'm sure you could find some other way out of the city. There's a handy road that heads northwest towards Stonehold. But you see, the Cartographers Guild, we didn't get to where we are today by letting anybody and everybody see any maps they wanted to at any time. We have to make money in some way, and
We were real assholes about it.
he's like, but I'm sure you have plenty of maps, but our archives are full of maps of Corwin and beyond. I would be surprised to see any such maps that are in your possession which we don't already have. But show them, and we can discuss this.
Can I just say I'm secretly hoping that the Cartographers Guild is actually an Assassin's Guild and they just talk about maps as if they were people that they need to kill?
Stop reading my notes, Justin. Well, okay. I will pull out the map that I got from the chest.
Oh, sure. The one from your background, you're saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he holds his hand out expectantly, like, hand it over.
How long are you going to keep this for? No, you're not going to keep. You just need to see that it's not in your collection, and then I can look at your maps, right?
I'm sorry if I was unclear. If indeed this map that you possess is one that we don't already have, well, then we add it to our collection. It's an exchange. It's a trade, you see?
You give us your map forever, and we'll look at you. We'll let you temporarily look at our maps.
You could, of course, just simply pay the viewing
Can't afford
fee.
to map.
A mere 200 gold to view a map without making copies.
Fucking
A map.
son of a bitch. 200 gold. I produce flame.
I know you're new to Highfell, friend, but that is the going rate, and that is how the Cartographers Guild has gotten to where it is today.
What if I had a map that was one of a kind and pointed to something that was once lost?
It's a very cryptic way to describe a map. What,
you can't afford cryptic lessons on 200 gold a map?
I'm sorry. If you want to show me this map that you're talking about, I can verify if it's one we have or not.
I'm going to start drawing the mosaic map.
Okay. And he's like, well,
The first part.
well, hey.
The first part.
He's sure the one from the Sun Temple.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry. I don't accept scribbles that are made on the moment. I need something that I can verify is something that was created by a cartographer, something that has you know, you can measure the distance and everything like that.
$200 gold.
Mm-hmm. And you can view any one map you want.
One map for 200. I'm going to burn.
Correct.
At what point does everyone else show up?
I cast
That's what
volley
I'm-
of flaming spheres.
You don't have that spell.
I want that spell.
That's what I was trying to decide is when everybody should come in. I'm basically trying to figure out where Squall's breaking point is, and that's where I'll introduce everybody else.
He's getting pretty close.
What if we have the exact same exchange or something, like in another stall, like it's over the
Yeah, I'll say that during this discussion is when everyone, like at this point, is when everyone else would arrive. And so you all would come in and you'd see Squall, you know, in the middle of this like foyer, essentially. Looking
like a
none too
thundercloud
pleased.
over his head.
Everyone but me, right? Because I'm still at the inn.
Oh yeah, sure.
I went with you, by the way.
Oh, okay. So it's just Tig and Tig, Zephyr, and Irynyx.
Yeah, all the non-charisma classes. Yep.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
I've got decent social abilities.
Decent yelling abilities.
That's what I specialize in, but I've got halfway decent persuasion.
We
So-
found you. What's going on?
These people won't let me look at their maps without paying them 200 gold for each map.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Is there
That
something
must be some
special
pretty
about
nice
these
maps.
maps?
Has he got like a book or a note or something on the like? Has he got like a ledger or something?
He would probably be carrying a large book with him, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I start
And
rummaging
when
in my backpack.
When everyone else comes in and starts talking to Squall, he's like, I'll leave you all to discuss.
No. Hold, please. I start rummaging through, and I start pulling out all the random like maps I've got, and, like, looking at them and like putting it, and then I pull out the scrag head and dump it straight on his book.
Oh, what? Oh, God!
Hold that,
goodness.
please.
He's like holding it by the hair.
Careful, I still need parts of it.
He's,
Are you telling me I should have sent that back?
I'm looking over your shoulder. Whatever you're pulling out, is that it?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Other guilds and intellectuals in the town of Highville? Or do you have a monopoly on the industry?
He's like, we do most of our business with the other guilds. I'm sorry, dude. Can you take this back? You seem to be done looking for whatever it was you were looking for.
Oh, I hate this guy. I'll snap him in two.
Why don't we just show him the most? Well, I'm not there.
So we have figured out, I guess, either by like a guild insignia or something, that the guy we found, right, that was torn up by wargs. Yeah. So we know they had either dispatched him or that he was at least a member.
Right.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm disinclined to invest 200 gold in a blind pull for finding the right map in your collection. I believe my friend is well.
He's like, well, I apologize, but
How
unless
does
you
one
have
become a member of the Cartographers Guild?
goodness, you're serious. Oh, produce a number of charts of your own that we can verify are accurate, and that also fill in holes in our knowledge of Corwin or the other realms. It'd be easier to do with the other realms. We've mapped Corwin pretty well, but
What about Corwin before it was Corwin?
what do you mean?
Hell yeah.
Before the Divine Engine worked its magic, I guess.
Well, any such maps would be very difficult to verify without going to the surface, and that's suicide.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're interested in suicide, that sounded bad. I apologize. Listen, I can tell that you want you need access to this. I can tell that, and by judging by well, that contraption that you have, and well, the odor coming off of this one, and you all are you lot are accustomed to a shadier trade, yes? You're willing to do things that that might look bad on someone like myself, correct?
I'm gonna, if we did not clarify, if there's, I'm gonna say, can we say that there's like an embossed insignia on that journal?
Sure. Yeah.
Like
Totally.
some sort of like a tin badge or something.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I want to pry that off and throw it on this dude's desk.
He's like, what? Wait a minute. Where did you get this?
Are you going to let a member of your guild access to your resources or not?
Roll me a deception check, and I'm gonna say it's with disadvantage.
Okay. You came to the right place.
But we're sitting on 4 inspiration right now.
So that would just turn it into a. Would that just wash the disadvantage, or would that be another roll at disadvantage?
I would say you could make it
roll terribly well on this.
Or is it a third roll and you get the lowest of the 3?
It wouldn't be that. That'd be the worst possible.
That would be the
option.
worst. Yeah, never mind. That's bad.
I would say it would
stop
what I
helping.
would. If you were to spend inspiration on this, what I would do is I would have you do another roll with disadvantage. Essentially, normally what I would say is you'd take out the disadvantage, but because you rolled, before realizing that we had that or that was an option.
Oh, well, I guess I wasn't clear on the interaction.
Sure.
Do it.
Map heist.
Oh, now you want to do a map heist?
I mean, you put it in
heavens.
chat
Well,
earlier.
Would you allow me a moment to consult with my colleague?
Very well.
Turn away from this dude and group huddle. How quickly do you think you could find what you want here?
I don't know.
Do you know what you're looking for?
When I see it.
I could help you on maps, at least in appearance.
I feel like
is
it would
important
take
to
me
you.
a while. If they
We
even have
have
it.
something that they want already.
Yeah, but they're gonna want to verify it, which will take time, I would imagine.
He just said he couldn't verify anything they found on the surface. We have, I don't know, like a badge number to present them. We have findings from the area that they were interested in. I think that we can commandeer this dude's assignment, maybe. But it's up to you if you think that we can sell it, or if it's even worth it to you. I'm trying.
I do need to get in there.
Well, then what do you say?
I mean, yeah, let's.
Yeah, let's what?
Yeah, I mean, I need to get in there, so.
So, what, try the reroll?
I mean, that's the only way we're going to get in there, right?
I mean, with this current tack, we haven't tried another presentation. Like, I'm not saying forge maps, but I am a calligrapher, so maybe I could pretty up something that you tell me to do.
You also left the 2 charisma people out of this party, so.
I mean, it wasn't so much left out
a hotel.
They were, yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that you were going to try to steal maps.
I wasn't trying to steal anything.
We're trying.
That's the whole point. Is they're not
Yeah,
trying to steal.
it's really like what do you call it? I don't know, identity theft or whatever.
You're trying to do a social encounter without the creature people. Yep.
Yeah.
It's not theft. It's identity theft.
Yeah, it's totally different.
I thought you were just going to say, I thought you were just going to say, hey, we found the remains of one of your people. Like, you know. You're like,
Yeah.
I am.
I mean, he seems to already think the worst of us.
Oh yeah, no, he's a dick. I don't care.
I don't know
what gave you that idea.
Yeah. We found him also in our case. I think he signed off though on re-rolling it, trying.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
But before you do that, while we're in the huddle, I'll tap you on the shoulder and say, "You got this."
You're here, yeah, of course.
And I'll do guidance on you.
Nice.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, you can verify this bitch. Turning around. Oh God. But with guidance.
Guidance.
Too. All right. Lucky 13.
Mm-hmm.
How credulous is this guy?
And he's looking at the badge and he looks up at you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, look, just because you buy the badge off of someone who needs money doesn't mean that it gets you access. I'm sure Tarly sold this to you because he needed the cash. But you can't come in here claiming to be his badge number.
Oh boy.
Pretty effective verification system you have.
Well, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't keep track of everybody who came in and out of here.
You know, is that serious?
It's not.
Hmm.
Get him
Oh,
with the
God,
old-
he knows. I was like,
I mean guidance.
Yeah.
guidance bolt.
Yes.
All right. I mean, with him knowing that we at least found Tarly, huddle, timeouts. Huddle again.
And he's like, look, I'm a very busy man.
Oh, you
Why
look
don't
it.
you all get why don't you all go and find a room, discuss what you'd like to do, and then when you are able to scrape together the coin, come back and we can make a deal.
Just scrape his face off the pavement in a second.
It's your call, Squall.
I need to get in there.
Still, that's with the answer you had 2 minutes ago.
When he was asking about us being shady, can I insight to see was he like?
Yeah, was that a proposition?
Yeah, was it a proposition essentially?
Give me an insight check.
19.
Oh, there you go.
Highly roll.
You're confident that was the only bone this guy was throwing your way.
Of what?
It was a proposition of some sort.
Like
job.
that he needed
Or-
shady people to do
A quid pro
something,
quo, yeah.
Mhm.
One night, $1 million. Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
This guy, no way.
Like it or not, he might be the gatekeeper of whatever it is you're, trying to acquire.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you need? Whatever's in there.
Pretty bad.
He needs to get in there. He said it.
All right, what do you want? What are you implying?
Yeah.
You sniveling little man.
Yes, I would agree. I do not think we need the gloves of refinement anymore.
One of our maps was stolen by a former guild member, and we need it back.
This Cartographer's Guild is really weird that they don't make copies of the maps.
Only one of every map. This is such a good idea. I have not entered this. I realize that's dumb as fuck. Okay, so who is
Well,
it
if you
then?
buy a picture of a copy of the map, it's basically owning it yourself.
Yeah, it's NFT map place.
What's the yeah, exactly. What's the map? Who do you think stole it?
Mm-hmm.
I know it was stolen by my Aldries, a Dragonborn. I don't know what he wanted with it. He probably sold it to someone, made a pretty coin off of it. He's like, but now it represents a hole in our atlas, and we need it back.
Get one of the hole in your atlas in a second. So if we get this map back, what do we get?
I will let you view a map of your choice. No cost.
One map.
Single.
A map for a map.
200 guild discount. 200 gold.
It seems fair to me. You bring me a map, I show you one of ours.
Well, I don't know what map I want.
Josh. Sorry.
This is not remotely fair. Is there sort of an apprenticeship program or a reciprocity? Visiting member from another city?
Where was this Meowdry's last seen?
Well, I can't imagine he had enough coin to leave the city.
So your
Last
maps
I-
are worthless.
See, what, you can't even.
Why would
find
he
the guy
bother
in
to
your own
steal it
city.
and then stay in the city?
I don't begin to know what his motives are.
Your guild is a joke.
Fine. I'll bring you your map.
Well,
But I need a very specific map.
We can discuss that when you return with my Aldries map.
well, I may be new to this realm, but from where I come from, usually the kind of thing you gotta agree in advance, at least unless it's someone you really trust and know. And no offense, but I don't know if we really trust or know you.
Well, fact still remains that I have what you need. So you need to get what I need.
I mean, it also seems to me that if you're asking us for help, some random strangers on the street, that means there isn't anyone else that you can ask for help. So it seems like you also need us too.
Oh, boo.
Roll me
Why
a
would they,
persuasion check.
Get
Okay.
wrecked.
Oh, 19 again. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Show me the map that you have.
Oh, not this again.
I can look at it and verify if I know what you need. If we even have what you need. If we don't, then this job won't be any good for you. You won't get anything out of it. So why even bother with it?
Okay, I showed him the map.
Okay. And that's the one that, like I said, the one from your background. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Realigns his spectacles and looks at it.
Can you describe this? Because I don't think we know or have seen.
It's basically a
yes,
map.
we got a map.
It's like
Yeah.
the crudest drawn, vaguest piece of crap map that Nick could possibly conjure with MS Paint.
What? No, I thought you were I thought we were going with the one that you picked from your
No,
your
the
whole
one from
atlas.
the background.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought we replaced the one that I drew with the one that you
No, I thought
picked.
that was. Oh, okay. Then
You have a handout of that one in your journal.
Which one?
It's called. It's in your. It's below Broadstone Prison and above the Fulcrum.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's
me under
something
the
that
bus
starts
for
with
drawing you
between
a
B and F, guys.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that one then. Okay,
So,
fine.
okay, so if you give that to him, he would put it out on his desk so everyone would be able to see it. So are you fine with me sharing this with everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And he is looking at it, and he's like, well, Big Bridge, Moth Toll. He's like, some of these seem familiar. And he puts his book on there, and he wipes off some of the troll head excrement and pages through real quick. And you see that he is on a page that is referencing Domos, the realm of Domos. And he's like, I think I know where this is, or at least maybe. He's like, there's a number of islands that aren't very well charted in the floating sea. He's like, this could be one of a few. He's like, I think I might have a map that can help you out.
Fine, that's all I needed.
We need to verify each, or confirm against each possibility, not just one. We're confirming the return of your property. You should confirm the location of his destination.
Very well. If you you go and find my Aldries and return with that map, and while you are gone, I will collect the reference points that I think are relevant for this piece.
I turn to Squall.
Agreed.
Good.
I need a description of my Aldries.
Red-scaled dragonborn. He hung out in the outer ring of the city a lot. Often met with a tiefling. If you search the taverns near the gnome wards, I'm sure you'll find some hint of him.
Wards.
My arch nemesis.
You have my permission and my encouragement to make him regret this theft.
I think that he's met you for 5 seconds. He already regrets coming here.
Well, that's interesting.
Okay.
All right. We're a little after 11 now, so that is where we will end it for the night. Thanks so much, everybody, for sticking with us for the whole evening. Thanks for the...
Before we close out, can I just do a real quick, just like very fast?
Go for it.
So just like slam cut to Celsia telling the story of tricking these wargs and like getting into the temple to a bunch of gnomish children in front of the tavern, and like Aerashka has like little fake horns that I've made and like placed on Aerashka, and I'm like, and then I was fighting the Minotaur.
What? No. No.
All right, not that last part.
Yeah, you can make a gnome kid wear that, and that's perfectly fine.
Okay. I definitely try to do that with Aerashka, though.
Sure.
And Aerashka disappears off to somewhere.
Justin, real quick, in response to the question that you asked me regarding those topics, I would say that those would require downtime actions.
Yeah, sounds good.
But yeah, we'll call it there. Thank you so much for everybody who hung out and watched. Thank you for the active chat. And we will see you all next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.